Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, damas y caballeros, and all of the in between? You know, you might be a pony, you might be a brony, you might be a furry, you might be a turtle, you might fight crime, or you might train the panda the ways of the kung fu. Welcome back to another Geeks 5 podcast. It is May 11th. We took a week hiatus to recharge our mental social batteries because sometimes the Discord can be a little overstimulating and a little bit overwhelming. I'm your host, the one, the only, notoriously infamous, the most chaotic panelist and podcast host in all of Texas, the one, the only, Mr. Uppies himself, King Mexico, also known as Captain Mexico. And joining me always is the man. Shut up. Joining me always is him, the B team, the C section, the second string, the backup. He is the diamond that does the assassin. He is the Carlos that has the two cachuchas, diamond assassin.
What's up, everybody?
Not here today because he's doing Sonic bullshit. You know, he's actually watching. he's watching.
People.
No, he's not fighting people. He's fucking watching Mortal Kombat. So he's.
That's why I bet fighting people. He's Sub-Zero.
I said he's watching it. He's not in Mortal Kombat. I think Sonic would rip half the fighters in that tournament in half. Yeah, Sonic's not here. We're not going to talk about the skinny today. I know there's a lot to talk about that happened over the weekend. Apparently, I'm getting breaking news that at a convention somewhere in bumfucking nowhere, they beat up a PDF file. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Singapore is not the middle of nowhere, dog.
Okay, I forgot the country. Singapore. They're out there beating up. They're out there doing the Lord's work, beating up the PDF. I am today years old when I realized what PDF means. I'm over here thinking that they're beating up like PDF files.
So you go from
PDF files.
Dude.
I knew you were going to say that. PDF files. You thought?
Yeah. So we're about to share the link with all the channels with the Discords, and we're gonna promote the show so we can get our audience up and running. But we wanted to give a quick shout out to Sonic, who is not gonna be here today. We'll see him next week. We're still trying to figure some other stuff out. And quick shout out to Comic Palooza. I know we have our differences. I know we have our beef. It is the City of Houston owned convention that is happening in 2 weeks. And guess who will be there? This guy co-hosting a Power Ranger ripoff panel with Geek Cred. And we will also be at SpaceCon in 1 month exactly to meet the man, the myth, the legend, the GOAT. You can't see him, John Cena. There's a lot going on within the next 6 weeks, 4 weeks. All right. We don't, like I said, we don't have a skinny today. I don't know what the fuck happened. Besides, Mortal Kombat came out. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and watch it. It's really good. It did really shitty in the box office this past weekend, but that's their own damn fault for coming out during Mother's Day. Nothing screams, "I love you, Mom," than finish him.
I mean, she might be screaming that.
I don't even know how to respond to that. Please, you might need to add some clarification, some context to that, because it's Mother's Day.
Oh God!
Hey, mothers have kinks too.
Yeah, but whose?
Oh,
hopefully not yours.
Not another Geeks 5 ever. Oh God!
Look, I don't even know anymore. Yes, happy Mother's Day to my kid's mother, Zelda's mother. I did get her a gift, even though we're not together, but she is the mother of my child. And I got my mom a gift. And I went to go see Mortal Kombat because you know what? Fuck it. It was 11 at night and I didn't want to go to bed. Anyways, all right, let's go ahead and introduce our guest. Our first one right here is he's the eye in the sky. He's got his eyes on the pie and the prize. He's always on the Discords calling other people mommy and making it weird. It was one Discord, I know, but I gotta give you shit for it.
Yeah, of course. While he messes with me, he gets like knocked off.
Look, it's anime. It's anime. It's this computer and the internet connection. It's going bad. I gotta replace both of them. I gotta go to a LAN. Remember, LAN Ethernet cables are much better than Wi-Fi.
Yep.
And people want to go all digital with gaming. This bitch can barely handle a 8 GB RAM computer.
Yes, but
No,
lesson learned, audience. If you decide to mess around socially on the Discord, as in like flirting with other members, Mexico will call you out for it.
No, I won't. That's not true.
That's not
Because I don't
true.
have to. Some people when they flirt, they take it a little too far. They get weird.
You just got weird.
It's just weird. Why? It's not that.
Oh, that's
touch
why I
the
just lurk
grass,
in the
my boy.
background.
It was like, oh God, are you okay? Do I need to call somebody? Call your professional?
Do I need to call
Call
an
your professional
ambulance?
wrestler? Yeah, do we need to call an ambulance, my guy? All right, go ahead and introduce yourself. We'll start off with our first guest suffering.
All right.
Before
you
we
guys
start
know
with
me.
you, though, just to kind of give the rest of the guests an idea of how to do. It's like, okay, you're gonna introduce yourself. Like, give us your stage name. You don't have to give us your actual name. Who you are, what was your role at the con? Were you an attendee, a panelist, volunteer? Whole 9 yards.
All right, you guys know me, Hideyasu Suffering. As usual, I was a panelist at OTAKU ODYSSEY. I had 2 panels. I'm not going to say which ones because we'll talk about why I'm not saying which ones
Oh God.
later.
Oh, no.
But that's mainly just to protect my privacy. But yeah, I was a panelist at the convention. I was there all 3 days. Had a blast. Look forward to reviewing this one. So.
All right. I'm Karma. I was a applicant. I hosted 2 meetups, but I had to cancel one because I left early for Mother's Day. I had fun. But there are a few gripes I did have against it.
All right. Okay.
I'm DK.
Whoa.
I'm DK. I was an attendee, and overall, yep, there's gripes to have, but for a first year running as its own individual con, not too bad. People know me out there because I got a nice chess piece done.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
Wait, what does that mean? Nice chest piece.
You got a tattoo.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. I was like, what?
Oh, and joining me on this one is my lovely wife, Bella.
Hey. She's like,
She's like, please point the camera back at you.
She's like, I'm not in cosplay. Leave me alone.
Choo choo, go away.
Yeah, pretty
I'm
much.
not wearing my face. You know how it is with some girls in their makeup. I'm not wearing my face. It's like, all right, and we got our other guest, the man who's performed at many karaoke's and at many conventions and Waffle Houses. Did he just rejoin the show?
Is
He-
Jazz at the
yeah.
con in the building?
Yeah, he
Okay.
rejoined
there you
with
go.
his
Okay,
You're on here
my actual
twice.
account now. Yeah, I'm still on here on my iPad.
yeah, he had to rejoin.
Oh.
Okay, let me remove one. Hold on. They
There he goes.
There we go. Cool.
all right. Who are you and what the hell are you doing here? sir?
You know me, bitch. What the hell?
It's for the audience.
No, but not the people.
The
The
audience.
people. It's for the
Oh,
audience.
oh,
It's for the
oh.
people.
People
they
have
didn't know
never
who
seen
you
your face
were.
before, dog.
Who are,
Let's
yeah,
redo
like
that,
who are
man.
you and what was your role at
Who?
the convention?
Who?
Like, were you like?
Some of you may know me as Chad Lewis. Some of you may know me as Jazz at the Con. Some of you may know me as
Don't
that
throw
random
his
asshole
government name
who's
out
usually
there. Like,
just getting drunk for no fucking reason. But yeah, I was a panelist in the lobby Friday. I got there like late as shit due to traffic, but no,
Put on a
even
good
with
show.
that, we still started a little bit late, but it was still a fun time.
You still
all right.
hungover?
Hell yeah! So wait,
Surprisingly, no. One of those body armor flash IVs, like, put
Saved you.
yes. Oh.
all right. Public service announcement, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and this goes to all of you that are above the age of 21. Remember, we do not condone underage drinking. That's bad. Don't do it. Your
Don't
liver.
do it.
Your liver. It. Once you fuck it up, it's fucked up.
Kill.
Do you know hangovers are just dehydration of the body? Remember, alcohol is actually poisonous to your body and your muscles because your muscles need protein. So one way you can fight hangovers is by just hydrating, drinking a Gatorade or Powerade before going to bed. White people
Body
like to
armor
drink
slash
pickle juice. It's
IV.
fucking
Or
weird.
Pedialyte.
Goated.
Pedialyte.
I just have another
IV.
drink.
Get yourself an IV bag. Huh?
I just have another drink.
Oh, there you go. I mean, you
Yeah.
can always fight it with. You can always fight fire with
Literally.
fire.
Recalibrate
Have
yourself.
another drink.
Or
It kinda
the
remind-
one beverage that Goku did not mention is actual water. Like,
Yeah,
I
you
did
did
say
say water.
He did say water.
Water?
Yeah, sir. I drink water.
No water.
Whenever we go out to restaurants, I order my Dr. Pepper and a water. For each soda that I drink, I will drink one whole cup of water.
Valid.
As a matter of
shout out
fact,
to Toa in the chat who did an excellent job at security this weekend.
Woo!
Toa with security.
Security.
Oh, somebody got robbed this weekend.
Oh,
No, I thought I lost my wallet, but I found it, thankfully.
That's good.
Security.
Thank Toa.
Big Toa.
Did you happen to find all my money that I lost there?
No.
Damn. Gotta ask the vendors. That spent a lot.
Damn.
It's like, hey man, we found your wallet. Unfortunately, all the cash you had in there is gone. Hey, jokes on them.
All I had was
I didn't
pennies.
have
All I
cash.
had was pennies.
No. The
Damn.
thing
You
was,
got
the thing was,
you got
I
your
had
ID
a.
back. That's what matters.
Oh yeah, I got my ID back, but also the thing was, there was a signed card by Amelie. Like it was an expensive card, mind you.
Oh,
And
No.
I had it in my. I keep it in my wallet because it's like my good luck charm, and I was like panicking. It's like, oh my god, no. And then I found it, and I was like relieved.
Let's go.
Hey, there you go.
the one V
Ooh.
card that no one decided to take.
I mean, I also have like
When you say it was
Megalodon's
more important than
signature
your
on
own
one of my
money.
other cards.
Wait, Megalodon the shark?
It's
No,
a
Megalodon
YouTuber.
BT.
It's a VTuber.
Oh,
Amelie is she used to be a cover like artist. She would cover a bunch of music and stuff, and then it went from that to doing voice acting, and then from voice acting to VTubing. So she does voice acting and VTubing.
okay. I was wondering, like, god damn, they got Megalodon the shark autographs. How
No,
does that
she's just
work?
a VTuber. It's
Carefully.
just came out with cards carefully.
All right. So, for those of you that are unaware, with today's episode, it is the Otaku Odyssey review episode. The con just happened this past weekend. It was Friday to Sunday, Mother's Day weekend. There were a lot of people that, according to sources, there was a large attendance number this past weekend. But did the con live up to the hype? Did the con live up to the hype? Or there are a lot of vast improvements that need to be done? I know one of the things that people have really complained about, and we will talk about it, is the parking situation.
Oh yeah, Lord.
But at this,
Hey, it wasn't so bad on the last day.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, the last day no one was there.
That's
No,
why. That's why it
I
wasn't
was
bad.
just- I was just saying,
somebody said,
somebody ran through the gate.
Oh, God.
yeah, I was gonna
It
say
was free
they
of
said
charge
fuck
for
this, and
everyone.
they ran through the gate.
I mean,
I didn't have that luxury.
Birthday con.
I know. I went Friday. I have not left because it was rooming with a hotel friend, and we just had a hotel room together.
You know, I actually wanted to go this past weekend. We had to help my brother move out of his dorm. Saturday we were in San Antonio for like a couple hours. So those of you that are like, hey, where's my shit? Where's my Switch? Or like, why don't you come pick up your shit? I could not. Because it also rained. It was very early when we got there. It stormed like a motherfucker on the way to San Antonio. And I missed out on the Otaku Odyssey. But next year, we are going to, I guess, I don't know, pull a deacon and harass them until they bring us on. It's like working with them. Shout out to Deacon in the fucking okay, you're right. That was cold. We're gonna pull a Ross and
Oh,
harass them.
God.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
God.
that's
That's
even
even
worse.
worse.
No, never
That's
pull
even
a Ross.
worse,
Never
bro.
pull a
Oh,
Ross.
God.
They get canceled, bro.
Just harass them until they made him he harassed the con until they made him a guest. And now
See,
because of
that's
everything
why you
that's
get
happened, he's
blacklisted.
no
Don't
longer
do
a
that.
guest.
They give you a 10-minute
And now
panel.
Bro has like 6 stalkers. Like what? Like,
Yeah, no, hopefully we can work with them next year. If panelists are doing karaoke, I would definitely like to work with the Otaku Odyssey.
They had
It looked like a great weekend, I'm not
It
gonna lie.
they
was.
had
It was, but
cosplay
there were a
karaoke
few
going on.
issues.
Definitely was.
So here's the thing: the way we do karaoke and the way regular karaoke is done, is completely different. Yes, the the core is the same, right? It's the same fundamentals. Karaoke, people go up and sing.
Right.
You know, they sign up, they sing. That's like the basics. I don't believe in being basic. I like to go out of my way and make it extra. We do the community songs. We
Yeah.
play the cha-cha slide, the Cupid shuffle, the wobble. You know, we turned it into a party where it's like you feel like it's an actual party versus karaoke. And we would like to do that next year. And they want to do an all-day karaoke, and I'm so down for that. I do it for San Japan. I would like to do it for Otaku Odyssey. As a matter of fact, I would like to do it for more conventions. If Delta HCon would let me run an all-day karaoke, I would be so fucking down.
If I remember
No.
correctly,
I've-
another convention did it all day karaoke, and it was really fun too.
There aren't too many cons that I can think of that do all-day karaoke. Because IkiCon runs their own karaoke, and I know it's not all day.
There's not many cons left in Texas besides San Japan and the con that shall not be named. So
Oh, I don't know.
Matsuri?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I was gonna
okay,
say
here's my
because the one I'm talking about was at Anime North Texas. They had a whole all day karaoke.
Ant
Oh, they
has
did start that
all-day-
last year. You're right. Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess I'm not. I was gonna message them and offer my services, but if they already have somebody, that kind of sucks. But I'll still see if I can get in on that. Well, this is for all of our regulars that watch the show. Fuck Matsuri. There, I said it. Take the drink.
Going in the chat.
He said the
Going in the chat.
thing.
I don't have a drink. I just
He said the thing.
I don't drink. I don't
There you
drink.
go.
oh I do.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's Monday. I'm not gonna. It's a joke. It's a joke because every episode I have to say "fuck Anime Matsuri" at least once.
This is true.
This is very
We,
true.
we,
Well
turned, we,
deserved.
we turned it into a regular thing.
All right, so we did interview the con chair slash owner of the owner of Otaku Odyssey. I think they're also the con chair. I think they have a con chair and they're the owner.
Yeah, they're the owner.
JF and K was on the show. We talked to them briefly. They talked about how the convention became a strict adults only at 7 p.m. each day. Maybe it was a little later, but they said around 7. Maybe it could have been later.
They shot for
When
7.
they said strict adults only, they meant like the panels.
Yeah, I was gonna say they shot for 7, but there was still around 8 or 9. There was still a lot of kids walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really.
Stop that. In a way.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
understand
'cause-
that.
No, that's fine. It was more so the attendees walking around half naked. There should have been a cover up policy.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay, we'll talk more about that. All right, Suffering. You said you were a panel. You said you didn't want to name your panels. All right, that threw out half my questions for you. Fuck.
Well, I'll tell you the reason why I don't want to name my panels. Is normally I have no problem with doing that, but if you look up the schedule on Otaku Odyssey, a lot of people have their government name as their panel host name rather than their tag. I happen to be one of those people that got
Oh shit.
manner. So that is the reason why I don't want to disclose, because I don't have a very common name and I don't want to get doxxed. So
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, you know what? That's fair enough because we don't want to use our real identities anymore because of people,
Crazy people, basically.
Doing
yeah.
weird shit.
crazy
Doing
fucking
weird
people,
And
especially
it-
people that message Discord.
And thankfully, it's not
message
too much of an
people
issue
on Facebook
here
page.
because all of my panels that I did here were not 18 plus. But if I had an 18 plus panel, like I would have straight up just been like, no, take my panels off, cancel them. I don't care. Because if you work in education or in the public sector and your name is behind an 18 plus panel and then your boss finds out, like,
Red flag.
yep.
Oof.
If you work in the education, if you work in any kind of public, like government, city, school, something like that, anytime you do anything publicly, you have to watch what you do, what you say, what you're associated with. You have to, for like a prime example, and I don't know how it is in real life, but like I was watching the movie Warrior the other day, where it's the two brothers that fight in a tournament, and one of them's a teacher,
Mhm.
and he gets suspended from his job because he's fighting. He's doing MMA fighting in parking lots in front of strip clubs, and like they suspend him, even though it's not legal. They still suspend him and do an investigation. Like that is not that far off from like real life. Like you can get into trouble a lot, being if you're working with, especially if you work with kids and you do like a lot of adult like stuff, like programming, stuff like that, events, venues. That's why like we have a no recording policy, no recording. No, that's why we don't record any of our panels, because we like to protect people and their identities and their private lives, and we don't allow recordings, videos, pictures like at our parties or adult panels, not even karaoke.
Right.
So that's why you don't really see a lot of our, like, people are like, hey, do you have any videos of your work? Like, no.
Yeah, a
we
lot
do
of
not.
conventions
We do
ask for
on
that now,
purpose.
and it's just like I want people to have fun at my panels, so no, I don't record them. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, no, it makes sense.
I think it's because it's not even about like doing a whole video, but just showing a clip of someone singing, cutting the audio and putting like a sound on it that doesn't reveal their voice at all, and then showing the seats and how many people are there attending.
yeah,
That's
and
about it.
especially like with like AI deepfakes now, it is so dangerous to put so much more content out there when you don't have enough of a public image to readily defend yourself, because when the people that want to cancel you are louder than what your actual platform is, then it
Oh,
becomes very, very
true.
difficult to maintain anything professional.
Right.
Jazz,
What's up?
you performed at the con. Was it the same for you as well in the programming? Was it your actual name versus the brand
Luckily,
name?
no. Luckily, no.
So I'm trying to figure out if that was like because I'm pretty sure Suffering, you're not the only one it happened to, but I'm wondering if it happened to like everyone, or if it was
Did you
just,
see
like,
a lot of names? Like a lot of like
It was about
legal
half of the
names?
panelists. It was about
I
half
was
of
gonna
the
say,
panelists.
yeah, I saw like a few that I recognized, but also I think with mine, because I signed up through their portal with my Google email,
Mm-hmm.
and it's listed under the Jazz at the Con name. So I think I don't know if that had played a part in it or what.
I mean, it
Yeah.
also kind of applied to meetups as well, because I did see like I think 1 to 2 actual IRL names. Thankfully, it didn't happen to me either.
So I used my convention email because I have a separate email for my conventions, for all my convention stuff, and my
Right.
name on my email is still listed as my tag, and my legal name was still used because they required the legal name on the application. And they even had a checkbox to say, "Oh, did you want to use your alias or your real name?" I checked off alias, and my real name was still used.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I know DK was shaking his head, like, yeah, he also noticed it, but also keep in mind that, like, I feel like maybe that was one of the mistakes that were made for this. Mistakes happen all the time,
Yeah, of course.
and then you might have seen more like event holders or panelists with their actual names listed. There are a lot of people that are new to this that are doing like meetups or panels or whatever the fuck for the first time, and
I think it was a
it
coding
just
issue.
they use their. You think it was a coding issue?
Yeah, because it's every time I've heard about it, it's been based around the portal, and you could even see that their portal had issues with the display. The map wasn't there. The only thing that was 100% functional the entire time was the programming section. But I think it was just a coding issue. So simply, like when you click the box to not say your alias, it just didn't register.
I feel like okay, that makes sense. Like it could be like a technical issue, a coding issue.
There should have been a Q&A
It
involved,
happens.
but I believe that's all it was.
it happens a lot. I mean, it's kind of like I don't want to give them too much like shit for something that could have not been like something that was out of their control. It is a big deal to some people, believe it or not, because some of us don't want our real fucking names out there. And it's just like he said, we're trying to protect our jobs, our private lives. Maybe we're trying to hide the fact that we have kids and we don't want people harassing our kids.
Right.
Right.
So, and then there are some people that do use their real name that are new to this. Like there are some people that are like, "Hey, I am so and so." They use their real name and they're doing a panel for the first time. Like, I'm pretty sure most of us that hosted panels for the first time used our real name. And now we have stage names. I'm Mexico. You got Suffering. We got Jazz. We got DK, Diamond, Karma. But Karma, you were there as well. You said you had some gripes, but what days? I know Suffering, you were there Friday to Sunday. Karma, what days were you there?
I was there all day, all week, Friday through Sunday.
And you took off Sunday morning.
Sunday afternoon around 2.
Okay. And you were there late, dude. By like, as soon as I wake up, I want to get the hell out of there.
On Sunday, it's like, all right, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah, Sunday I left around 3:30. That's because they had an announcement that they were worried about the weather, so they were shutting off closing ceremonies. So
Yeah.
I did see that. I did see that they shut down closing ceremonies. They canceled it for the day because of the weather. It rained really hard and going towards San Antonio. So did it rain at all going to the convention?
It did.
Or did it rain during the con?
It rained during the con. If I remember correctly, it rained like from 10 till 1, if I'm remembering right. I couldn't really give you like an exact time, but it did rain that day during the con.
What day? It's Friday, Saturday,
Sunday. It rained Sunday, but like Friday and Saturday were fine.
Saturday rained for a little bit.
Yeah, Saturday it did rain for a little bit.
Well, I was probably knocked out or something.
It was early day.
I did get some. Let me see. I did get some reports. We're gonna attack these reports first. Y'all can give me y'all's opinions.
Go ahead.
Well, go. I'm pulling them right now. Let me see. Because this computer runs slow. It's like takes fucking forever to fucking load Instagram. What the fuck?
While he's loading this, do me a favor and leave a like on the video.
Whoa.
That way, Mexico can afford a new computer.
Let's go.
Yep. All right. Well, actually, I just need to get my old one fixed. It's going to cost like $150 to get it fixed.
Still costs money.
So someone
like
download a bot.
Give a thumbs up.
I was gonna say someone download a bot to just make new accounts and keep liking it over and over.
Yes,
Come
please.
on, don't do that, man. Do the authentic way.
Yeah, please do that.
Crunch those
Fuck that.
numbers,
Beat
bro.
the system. Fuck the
Fight
man.
fire with fire. People are gonna say like you can apply to be a guest because of your TikTok following when half of your audience is bots. Like fight fire with fire, man.
Yeah. Actually, at that point, yeah.
We
fight
have the
fire.
tools. Let's utilize them.
Smart man.
Okay. All right. So there are rumors, reports, and innuendo that the con block for Otaku Odyssey was never established for hotel rooms like promised. So people were mad that they couldn't I guess like they were when I guess this is as far as like this isn't to do with the hotel rate itself. This has to do with like whenever hotels and cons do events, they'll try to keep all the con goers together in a section of the hotel.
Right.
To try to keep them away from the general population. I hate the fucking term normies. It's like, oh my Jesus fucking Christ. We get it. You shop at Hot Topic way too much.
We get it. You don't like to dress up.
So
I
could probably address that rumor. I don't think that was like they have it typically where they exactly you said separate them. There was a discounted rate, but that's about as far as it went for the hotel block.
Right. Yeah. They said that some people were mad that they couldn't party.
Oh yeah. I actually have more insight on that.
We can
So
all
many
get
got shut down.
that. So Karma, do you want to go first on this?
Yeah, I'll go first. So I had a homeboy who was hosting a room party, And mind you, he got 2 rooms to make sure that if there was an event that were like they're next to someone, that at least it wouldn't be as much, but he would try to keep it down and whatnot and try to like
Right.
split the party between 2 rooms. But he had got several complaints from other people that weren't from the convention, like if I remember correctly, families, flight attendants, pilots, and it got so bad to the point that he ended up losing his room. Like he was escorted out of the hotel on Saturday night.
Okay, just so before we continue this conversation, please remember, ladies and gentlemen, that we do not rate conventions based on their abilities and the hotel's ability or willingness to have a room party. Remember, room parties are not sanctioned, are part of the actual convention itself.
Of course.
Yes, they will bring in certain people, and some cons will bring in certain people to throw a room party, but they are not part of the convention itself. Remember, hotel room parties are hosted by the person that is purchasing the room for that weekend, and it is run at a risk.
Right.
However, when the party becomes too chaotic and it spills into the convention's jurisdiction, that's when we hold the conventions liable. Other than that, we do not rate cons based on, oh, they didn't have any room parties, they didn't have my favorite tequila, nobody wanted to talk to me. That's on you, champ. That's on you. Oh, but with that being said, let's continue. Okay, so right, there was I got reports that room parties were shut down.
Yep.
Some people couldn't throw room parties.
Even
Yep.
the ones that were
Your
condoned by the
friend got
con,
his shut down.
even the ones that were condoned by the con got shut down because this block issue that you just got the report of, they didn't have any dedicated floors or room sections for it. They just kind of threw them all in. And this might be more the hotels doing than the cons doing, but because of that, if everyone is kind of mixed in, then you're going to get a noise complaint fairly easily, right? So
Yeah, he had got like 8 noise complaints.
Yeah,
Yeah.
after the second, they're supposed to shut that shit down.
But yeah.
Oh, I actually have another report.
Uh-oh.
Give me
Oh,
a second.
Oh god.
So as far as how many parties were shut down, because I know the party that Karma's talking about is probably the most extreme one, because only 2 people had lost their rooms of all the room parties that got shut down.
Mhm.
But I have at least 11 reports of room parties that got shut down on Friday night. At least 11.
Same.
Saturday
Okay,
night wasn't much better.
I'm actually curious on how they spaced out everyone.
They
in
didn't.
the-
No.
Like it was literally just random. Like you booked under the block rate. It wasn't any cheaper than the actual like standard hotel rate, and they just randomly placed you with everybody else. And
It was
like one
slightly
thing that was
cheaper.
frustrating is on social media, what the con staff had indicated is that the block rate would be separated somehow, that they would either have dedicated floors or dedicated sections. That didn't seem to happen at all. So
No, it didn't feel like it.
Okay, so
It
I'm
definitely
getting
didn't.
different. I'm getting another report saying that 3 room parties worked by hotel staff, I think con staff and hotel staff. One party was shut down because they had 5 warnings, and only 20% of the people at the party were con attendees. The rest were ghosters, and damage was caused in the hotel room.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yep.
That'll do it.
Yep. That's all it takes.
yeah, so the damage room I also know about. That is the other room that forfeited their rate for Saturday night. So
Belf does have suites, but they, like any other hotel, they have a very limited number of suites.
Hmm.
Suites are your best bet for a hotel room party. Honestly, if you're gonna do a standard room party, you need to do 3 rooms or 4.
Right.
You need both. You need 1 room on each side, and that's not even to cancel out all the noise. That's just to muffle it. That's just to kind of condense it a little,
Right.
Right.
right?
Well, they had their high end
So-
rooms too, which were like massive, and they were like $1,600 a piece.
yeah. And one of those is also shut down in my reports.
Jesus, a night?
A night, yeah.
Yeah. And even
What
in
the
the
fuck?
suites, because it wasn't well insulated either, that like one of the suites was shut down because one of the room parties wasn't a suite.
Yeah, I think that was my homeboys because he had a suite. If I
Yeah.
remember correctly.
Yeah.
There was a party that utilized a UR code to make sure
Yeah.
that they were only.
That was a I don't want to disclose their name, but that is one of the in the 18 plus section of
Yeah,
you,
yeah, that sounds about right.
yeah, they did chains and whips and stuff like that. That was one of theirs. So they
Yeah,
did a
it was-
QR code and they had a
Okay.
waiver.
Yeah, so they were specifically running like kink focus.
Was
stuff
that
in their
like-
room party. Yeah.
How would one get into that? Was that like invitation only? Like, hey,
It
you
was
gotta have a
invitation
friend.
only, yes.
You gotta get on the list.
Yeah. So what you had to do
Or did you, have to,
was
you couldn't pay to get in?
You applied and
Yeah.
then
Oh,
donated.
you applied. Oh, okay.
Okay.
you filled out the QR
okay.
code in the 18 plus vendor hall.
Mhm.
And then they got back to you within a couple hours if you're accepted or not because they vet you.
I'm pretty sure they probably did a background check.
Yep.
And they
'Cause they
required a
said that during their
donation as
panel
well.
as well. They did a panel. So
They required a donation. Was there a minimum on the donation?
I didn't see one, no.
This is some good shit. Like, I don't think I can completely disagree with the vetting people.
well, I think
I
the
don't think-
reason
I
why
think-
these this particular group did it is because they're regular in the DFW kink community.
Mhm.
So because of that, they wanted to not only make sure that you were of age, that you were attending this room party, and they had like, oh, are they drinking or are they not? Let's put X's on their hand if they're not, because they're underage. But also in the fact that since they're putting, rather sexual content on display in their room party because it was a kink focused room party, they wanted to make sure that everyone was safe and you weren't letting in anyone that could be a potential predator. Like that's
Mhm.
the reason for the vetting.
They
I
wanted to
am
make sure
getting a
everything was
report that-
consensual.
Right. No, that makes sense. So that's why I don't have an issue with it. Like, you got to make sure everybody's of age. You got to make sure if people are going to drink are 21. No more of this open party bullshit. I'm sorry. I disagree with it. You should never really have an open door policy when it comes to alcohol. You should ID,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and that should always be monitored. You should have somebody in charge of monitoring the alcohol, or at least serving the drinks. Get you a bartender, get you somebody, but because you're not just watching the alcohol, you're making sure people of underage do not get their hands on it. That you're making sure nothing happens to the alcohol. Everybody makes it safe. And the third thing is you can cut people off when you think they're getting stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are some people that
Think it
don't
all
need to
goes-
fucking drink.
Yep.
Yep.
I was gonna say it all
Public
just goes
service
back to
announcement.
accountability.
It does. And I agree with that. I agree that they should, I thought maybe it was more of like a background check. Like, hey, let's make sure this person doesn't have any fucking, convictions. Or,
They
let's
probably
make sure
did that
there's-
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
They,
agree
they
with
said
that.
during their panel they were going to be relatively thorough with that because when they exited their panel into their like general Q&A,
Mhm.
they were just like, just so you know, we do have a room party, but if you decide to sign up for this room party, you are subjecting yourself to a background check. Like,
Remember, some
So they
rules
said
can
that's
be a
pretty-
little strict. Rules can be a little strict, but that really
They take on the liability.
make
Mhm.
like bitch.
Right.
Yeah, there are people that they take on a liability, and yes, you can. By the way, sir, Mr. El Chapo on a bike.
Jesus.
Oh.
Oh my God.
I was gonna say, do you think that people should be incorporating
it's
more
important.
background checks when it comes to room parties and stuff like that? Or do you think that's too much?
Well, you can't always
I
do
feel like that's
background checks, but
reasonable.
you should. You can't always do background checks because not everybody has the resources to do the background check, or even the money to even run a background check. If you want to run one on somebody,
Right.
it does cost
Yeah.
money.
Simply,
I think
simply checking IDs and having an organization system would probably work pretty well.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Like you should, ID checking has become more and more common nowadays. You go back 10 years ago, people didn't give a fuck. You would go into a room party, you would see 19-year-olds in there, 18-year-olds. You know, you would see, and then you would have the guys constantly like telling people, like, oh, okay, 17 is the age of consent, and then it's like, no, get them the fuck out of here.
No,
You,
get the fuck
you want to go to
out.
jail? That's fine. Fuck you. Get the fuck out. Like
No,
for our room
literally.
party, we do ID. We do ID. We have somebody monitoring the alcohol. We have somebody monitoring the food, so you don't walk off with like 4 plates. So this is for my homies. Fuck that. Fuck
Are
you.
your homies here?
Are your homies here?
No. Well, then they ain't getting shit.
Yeah.
I agree. Should always card like, and if like, I don't have an issue with that. The invite only is to kind of. I'm not against it, but I want to like it. I really do. I don't think but I want to play devil's advocate and find like a flaw in it.
I think when you're doing something specialized like that, again, focusing on the kink community, invite only is the only way to do it.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Now for a
I
general room
completely
party,
agree.
it should be open to con attendees or however you want to distribute that. But again, checking IDs, simple
As
as
a
that.
bare minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like if you were to do invite only for room parties, certain people who don't mess with you can like deny your invite. Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah, I mean,
agree.
it's
Like,
your
you
room.
know, it's your room. You can have whoever you want in there. You can kick people out. You can have them out. Like, you know, it is what it is. I think that, and with that being said, what the fuck?
Because you want to avoid the clickiness and all the other stuff that goes on with conventions and whatnot. It's like you don't go to conventions for room parties at that point, because room parties are always going to be somewhat clicky and somewhat group based in the first place. You get
Right.
invited to certain room parties based on the host and if they fuck with you or not, right? And
Yeah, but like also the other thing was, cause okay, I didn't go to my homeboy's room party for obvious reasons, but also because there were certain people who didn't like me, but everyone else who did like me was there, but like I didn't want to cause any issues.
Right.
That's the reason why I'm mentioning this.
Dude, I will tell you this. If you go to Delta, come to our party, because I don't give a fuck if there's people in there that don't like you. We had 1, 2, okay, box of props,
Oh God.
certified
Oh,
Asian Alex, and like 2 other people in that hotel at my party. They all hate each other. They all hated each other, but they were all in that room. I'm like, y'all start shit.
that's your ass.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get
I'm
involved.
gonna kick your ass
I'm gonna
out.
get involved.
I mean, to be fair, now I don't think Box of Props is invited to the Delta room party, but
Forever.
like,
He's not invited to a fucking
Carne asada. Like, get the fuck
anything.
outta
He's
here.
not even invited to like a family quinceañera or bar mitzvah or whatever the fuck he is.
so
He is not
Starshine, we
joking.
are a TISM friendly podcast. That's why we go on tangents. So just be patient with us, all right? Like,
Yeah, of course.
No, this is part of it. Like this is all part of a bigger, like broader story. Like, look, I don't agree with like if you're gonna do a public room party, like, you know, drama, fuck the drama. Oh, there's people in there like, oh, I can't invite you. Hey, bro, I know we're friends, but I can't invite you because I got people coming that don't like you. No, fuck that. Hey, man, come to the party. What if there's beef? I'll handle it.
Are you sure? Yes.
It should be put on.
Yes,
It
like
should be
you-
put on a simple pedestal where I can dislike you in every aspect, but it doesn't mean I can't drink with you.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I'm not drinking with you. Hold up.
Whoa,
Whoa.
hang on.
It's
hang
like-
on.
It's like that old saying. I want you to eat. It's not that I don't want you to eat. I just don't want you to eat at my table.
No, that's
Don't
too.
drink in my vicinity. If we're in the same room, if I'm in the corner, don't come to my corner.
leave it to the
Yeah.
white guy to be like, I will commune with my enemies, right? Like, I am Thorfinn. I have no enemies. Like,
Well, like I'm
Look,
Mexican.
we
like,
have too
I
many
had
enemies,
uncles that
so
fought
like
over.
I gotta keep it peaceful.
That's right.
Fair.
I'm Mexican. I have family members that fight like they're enemies. They're fighting over something that happened back in '86.
No same.
I mean, so is Crunchyroll right now because they're banning 86.
Nah, chinga la madre con ese.
All right, we got okay, we also have some others. No, there was no okay, so also was one that was approved by the con. They moved to a new location after the night before. They were closed out, so the con made arrangements to make sure they could have space, and it went great with no issues. There was no donation required. It was a karaoke party as well. So this might be they might have had more than one that required the invitation only, but this one might not have required a donation. No kink. I don't know. Okay, so it is a different party because apparently there was more than
Hold
one.
on.
All right, Uzi, I 100% agree with you because the amount of people that don't like me and don't say anything, agreed.
This is why we call you El Chapo with comments like that over here, like you're about to start a fight in the chat. He's gonna like put in like the little stars, like throw like this is fan fiction, throws a punch straight to Schnoz.
Oh my god.
The party that we broke up and was kicked out didn't monitor the drinking. Our medical team had to help multiple people and get them home. No one went to jail after getting aggressive with and one went to jail, my bad. One went to jail
Oh,
after getting arrested
Yeah,
Hey,
that
yo.
happened Saturday night.
for getting
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
aggressive.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Chad, you don't remember that?
No.
Yeah,
I
because
watched the
everybody
movie.
loves you, dude, because you're short and like
I think
Saturday
Jazz
night, I
Khan
went
was a little bit too
upstairs in the
sloshed to
lobby.
remember the guy getting arrested, honestly.
Yeah, that was a show.
it was like cops
No,
live.
I do not
Bad
It
remember.
was,
I do not
it
remember
was a
anybody
thing.
getting arrested.
Do. Did he have tattoos?
I couldn't really see. He was pretty like
Yeah.
just sloppily walking around.
Did he have black hair?
Everyone stayed away from him.
Blonde?
He gave a lot of people the ick, let's put it that way, before that happened.
Yo.
Why? Okay, to the guy that's feeding me information, why are you on the run? And should you be admitting that during the show?
Jesus. The informants on the run. You
I'm
can't
not the
Or
I'm
it's
on
on
the
the
run
run.
from an unpaid speeding ticket 6 years ago.
It's like I got all the information, but I'm on the road because people are hunting me down for the information.
I think, and here's the thing. I want to give a shout out to Stars Shine Black. I think they're their first time commenting on the show. Welcome to the shit show. So yes, we did get reports of somebody being arrested Saturday. We also got reports of somebody being arrested and they're just being cops in the lobby. I know I'm fucking with you, bro. It's a joke.
I mean, yeah, I know. I heard about the medical staff having to take someone, take someone because if I remember correctly, one of my friends who came from my homeboy's room party, we were talking, and they're like, "Oh yeah, someone had threw up in the bathroom, and the medical team came in, and they saw this guy literally dying in the restroom, had to take him out."
I think I saw the aftermath of that where he was getting carried
Oh,
by two of his
no.
friends. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
God.
oh.
Yeah, they probably took him for an IV pump.
Yeah, people were definitely drinking at this con. Let's put it that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
Oh,
there was a
yeah.
lot
A
of
little
drinking
too much. A
happening.
little too much.
Sounds like people were like
I can
Whoa,
attest to
whoa,
that.
whoa,
Yes.
whoa!
like
There's no
jungle-
such thing as
jungle juice. or
there's no
some
such
shit.
thing as too much. I have to
What do you
disagree with you,
mean?
sir. There
Getting your
is
stomach
no
pumped
such
is
person
thing as
much.
too much.
literally got arrested because they how much
No,
they were
it's
drinking.
not.
I mean,
No.
No.
There's a difference between too much drinking and being a pinche burro.
Oh, that too.
well,
I mean,
because he
take
was
that
drinking.
razón, take that
Yeah,
razón.
yeah.
But I guess that makes sense.
If you're gonna go drink, no vas con pinche mente de burro. No seas pendejo, no seas güey, no seas baboso, no
Wait,
seas,
wait. Calmado,
No-
calmado, way.
no seas camado.
No habla.
Mira,
No habla.
a mí no me va
This
a-
guy-
Yo dije, mira,
Know your-
no,
know
hey,
your
hey,
limits
hey, hey,
and
I don't
protect
speak Taco
mine.
Bell back in
that
English.
is true.
I
Know
don't
your
speak
limits.
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently I
Para la
don't
gente que
speak
habla en
quesadilla.
español, mira, aquí no seas güey, no seas mamón, no seas baboso, no seas maricón, no seas
pendejo.
puto. Aquí,
Que no seas las
si
mamadas.
si te chingaste, ¿a quién te lo manda? ¿Quién te lo manda? Que te
¿Quién
chingaste.
te dijo?
Vas a
¿Quién te
aprender
I feel
a
like I
ver.
should be offended at
Vas
some
a
point during
aprender.
this.
Like,
All right, back to English. All right, yeah, no, this is a travesty.
Back to English.
You need
We turned
to.
the dogs back
We're
on.
gonna translate everything we said. Everything we said. This is a travesty. I hope
I need
this young
SAP
man,
closed captions on the screen right
this
now.
nice, valuable young man, has learned a valuable lesson. I hope he
Lesson.
grows and learns from this. Que la man pinche güey.
¿Quién te manda, pendejo?
Por ser güey. Por ser güey. Por ser güey. Pendejo.
No,
You know,
no.
he's a good kid.
He's a good kid.
He's a good kid. He
That's how
said he
we
was
end
a
it.
good
That's
kid.
how we end it. All right.
Por pendejo.
And that's the
All
show,
right.
guys.
No, I mean, like, there's no, like, I don't agree with you that it's too much. Like, there, you just got to know your limit. Like, sure, it's fun to get sloppy, but you know, when you are questioning if you're peeing in a urinal or peeing on a hobo,
Oh god.
Oh,
Oh god.
no.
Oh god.
I mean, there
There's
were,
no
there were
question
a
about
lot
it.
of people. There were a lot of people on Saturday that looked like they were. So
Oh.
I mean, this isn't Comic Palooza. At least nobody slept on the sidewalk. I don't
Oh,
want to
yeah.
talk about too much. Comic Palooza 2018. Sidewalk Con.
Oh god, sidewalk con. No, no.
I heard about
Yeah,
it,
look,
but I've never seen it.
Look, man, drugs, don't do drugs. That's all I'm saying. Just don't do them.
But they're so fun.
No.
They're
No, don't
fun.
say that.
No. We do
That's a
not
joke.
condone.
Not endorsing them.
That's a joke.
We don't. We don't endorse the use of drugs here, but we do find it hilarious. No, we don't.
Bruh.
No, I think it's a party con. People felt comfortable. People felt great. They had a good time. They partied a little. The partying got a little out of hand. There were several room parties. There were room parties that people didn't even hear about, like the Demon Slayer gangbang.
Pause.
Oh no.
I probably said a little too much.
I think you did.
no, I did
Yeah,
hear about that.
Oh my
one.
I had no
goodness.
idea.
I
this
did
thing
hear about
happened.
that one.
Did not
What
know
is the
about that.
girl with the purple? It wasn't. It was a girl, and like it was like 5 or 6 dudes, and they were on Demon Slayer cosplay, and
Oh no.
she was cosplaying that one what's the fucking girl?
Does it have like the butterfly?
She has like
thing?
the butterfly and the purple
Oh,
fair,
God,
the purple, like
she-
the purplish.
Oh no.
No.
Hey, at least she had fun.
At least it wasn't kind of like off Kai. If you heard about that.
Well, no, it apparently ended in a disaster.
Oh.
No.
Oh no.
No, that's why. Like it got it had to fucking get the staff didn't shut it down. It just got shut down.
Oh God.
Yikes.
Well, because she was fucking married in the.
Oh. The
Yeah,
drama comes
there
out.
we
Oh
go.
my
Yeah,
goodness.
there it
we
is.
go.
There's the bullet.
There it is.
I
That'll
like
do it.
how I like how Goku was not there but has everyone's tea somehow.
Like, who do you
Literally.
think bitched? It was the fucking guy. It was the guy, the,
The guy-
husband. Who do you
the
think
g-
bitched?
Jesus.
He apparently they're married and he wasn't invited.
That's
He didn't even know.
crazy.
Jesus.
yeah.
That'll do
Yeah.
it.
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, where did this
Dude.
happen? Was in like it's a like Otaku Odyssey? What?
It just keeps getting crazier.
Where was security? Well, because there were several room parties that were because it wasn't because at night it was an 18 plus con. It became 18 plus.
No,
So there were going to be 18 plus activities.
I mean, okay, of course. I mean,
I think
unfortunately, the people next to my room
Post
were
link for
having a little too much
journalistic
fun.
integrity. Not
Oh,
Journal-
God.
Literally,
no,
it's
the
crazy.
craziest thing about that is hearing about that is just like you're telling me the dude's not even in the cuck chair, like of all things,
Right.
like
Damn, bro.
he didn't even like. Well, apparently they're in an open relationship.
They all say.
And
See,
they,
that never
they
really-
were, like they do like
hey, I'm the one
shit
that
like
gets the
that, like
polyamory
orgies
panel.
and shit.
Y'all can't grow.
But apparently he wanted. Well, they plan stuff like that all the time. But she wanted 5 guys, and she wasn't talking about burgers and fries.
Oh my god.
5 big guys. And look what that is.
The funny thing is that's what I ate for
Okay.
lunch on Saturday. So
Yeah.
Okay, so while just one final report. Okay, so most of the people that got carried out were mostly dudes. Dudes that
Oh.
had a little bit too much. They couldn't handle their alcohol.
Of course, of
If
course.
not just the one dude from different perspectives. And while parties did get shut down, the hotel security worked amazingly with the staff and gave so many chances before pulling the plug. I have to agree with that. When you give
Yeah.
somebody 5 to 8 chances to get your shit together, that is in fucking sane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 'cause
Most
there was
hotels,
one-
you get one warning.
It's a one and done.
Well, they give you one warning, like, hey, you got a noise complaint, either shut it down or shut the fuck up next time, because they will. The one after the warning is, do they shut it up? They will forcefully shut it down, or they'll forcefully kick you out of the hotel.
Sounds about right.
But
Yeah.
what were you gonna say, Karma?
So I actually met with one of the security, and he was like, he understood the culture, he understood everything really, and it's just like he was really chill about mostly everything. He's like, he was telling me, oh, I don't want to be a bad guy, I have to shut shit down, but people are trying to sleep. I'm like, ah, no, I get that. He's like, yeah, I'm trying to give people
Can we?
chances.
When you say culture, what the fuck do you mean? Like the cosplayer culture?
Like, yeah,
The
the
co-
cosplayer culture, because like, I mean, I saw like, I remember in a past convention, I saw like this old security guard like just bewildered with the cosplays.
Dude, I'm over here thinking, like, are you talking about the room parties? Because there's no culture.
I think it's the
no,
convention
I'm talking about the
culture.
cosplay
Like when it comes to
culture.
like, okay. Because I'm over here thinking of like, man, pinche Latinos disfrazado como Goku, tomando una corona. ¿Sabes qué? Mira,
And I need
¿sabes
subtitles.
qué? When I,
I mean, yeah, yeah.
it's like a Mexican in the room. There's a Mexican at a party dressed like fucking Goku or Naruto, drinking, say like, "¿Sabes qué? When I was young, we didn't have all Crunchyroll." I'm like, that culture. That's a quinceañera right there.
No, I was talking about the cosplay.
Just
culture.
replace the Goku cosplay with a cowboy hat and some boots.
Jesus.
But you know, the security was really chill.
Yeah.
I imagine so. Giving a room party 8 chances, that's fucking ridiculous. That's way too much. Like, I think the con staff really kissed a lot of hotel staff ass. And I got to give them that. That there are a lot of people that bitched and complained, but we'll go over the rest of the reports right now. There is reports of people stealing from tables.
Yes.
I don't know if
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
vendor tables.
Tables like in it specifically from panels or from the vendors?
Vendors.
Okay.
Yeah, there was quite a few
Some-
reports of it.
I don't know if this one's a complaint. This is just a report. Apparently, the con hotel for Otaku Odyssey had strict security. Okay, now that I read it aloud. Okay. People who were throwing a party in room. Wait, what was your friend's hotel room number?
I don't remember.
It wasn't 800, was it?
That one got
I
shut
think it
down
was.
Yeah.
so
I think it
damn
was.
early.
Okay, yeah, he's banned from the hotel according to this report.
Oh, shit.
It's like I'm
He's
not
just
saying
finding
his
out.
name, but like I think that
So,
well, I don't remember because all I remember my friends were telling me, hey, he got kicked out of the hotel. He's not coming back. I'm like, okay, well, damn, I guess the
Banned for
party shut
life.
down.
Holy shit.
so I can chime in on this. I do have a friend who I don't know if he told it to him directly or it was in like the guy who got banned was in a group chat and just shared it collectively with them. But yeah, he pretty much did say that. He doesn't know if he's like banned from like Hilton as a whole or just from that hotel.
I think he is from that hotel because hotels are privately owned.
Right.
But wouldn't
So
it
it would
also
just be that
bring
hotel.
up? Wouldn't they put like a record on his name, and if they put him in a file and
They don't have a central database like that. It doesn't work like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I used to work for a hotel. They have their database doesn't have like that vast of information. They'll have like general information that share like policy numbers, profiles, shit like that share within the hotel system itself. But like most hotels don't have that kind of database, and like all hotels are privately owned. Like that's why not every Hilton or Marriott or whatever the fuck is a part of like Bond Boy.
Right.
Like, you know, there's also other reward programs. Like most of them are, but not every single one is, and it's just like a pain in the ass.
Right.
There was another one that could have been banned. Our block, it was 1100.
Could have been.
Okay, so he is not banned from the hotel. He just lost his room.
No, I
he
think
took
okay.
he took responsibility.
So I think it's the 800 one because if I'm okay, God, I hate saying if I remember correctly so many times. Yeah, he was at 800. I think because he shared because I know I was in the group chat with him before like certain drama happened, and I think he did get banned. I just like all I remember is when he got kicked out.
Okay, so
I
he's
don't think-
blacklisted for the weekend. He couldn't come back to the hotel or like get into his room or no refund. As a matter of fact, he owes the hotel room. He owes the hotel money. But as far as
Right.
like the actual hotel franchises and privately owned hotels, he's not blacklisted. He can book next year if he chooses to.
So that corroborates with my information as well. 800 and 1100 were the two that forfeited their rooms.
When was
1100
1100 forfeited?
It would have had to.
I think it was earlier in the
I was gonna
night.
say it would've had
No,
to
because
be like-
I was at 1100.
Yeah,
It
we
might
were
have
at
been late
1100
in the
like
night.
late.
No, I was there. We
Okay.
were there till 5 a.m. Or I was at least. I don't think it was 1100 because there was no damage
Might
on that
not have
one,
been.
No, but he might
Because
have.
I remember it being from the 10th or 11th floor. But
and that was on Saturday.
Could they have booted him out? I mean, booted him at some point during the night.
No, he shut everything down himself. He was keeping things quiet the entire time. He kept telling everyone to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That
Could've
one
been a
that was
different
actually
room.
one of the tamer parties, and yeah, I don't think anything. Maybe they got a noise complaint once or twice, but I don't think they got kicked out.
I think 8 is the one that had. I'm getting reports of 5, 8 noise complaints.
Yes, that one's accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That did happen.
Okay, I'm sorry. 1100 was not closed. It was 8. So it was so. That's just because I'm in chunks.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the two ones that, like, those are the two ones that came into the spotlight. 800
Yeah.
was the one that was shut down.
Yeah, 1100 was a larger one, but it was tame for what it was. They kept
'cause-
everything cordial there.
Yeah, because my information actually, now that I'm reading back on it, is the other room that forfeited their rate was on the 10th floor, not the 11th floor. So
This one did get 2 warnings. 1100 did officially get 2 warnings.
That's probably why they shut down around 5 a.m. They started kicking everyone out.
That's kind of late. Oh, hey man, I gotta get a nap.
Hey.
I gotta drive.
I
drive
didn't
to-
realize it was
it's
5
'cause-
a.m.
I know, like when we ran fucking karaoke at San Japan, they're like, all right, man, it's 6 a.m. Let's get the fuck out. I'm like, oh, come on, man, it's still early. That's the sun, sir. Plus, okay, we got some. So somebody was asking how much was the parking, and how was the burlesque show. They said they don't know. They never paid. It was on a pay on the way out situation. But they left early. The bar was already up, so I got off free. Pretty sure the official Discord even mentioned it too. I didn't go to burlesque. I was at another panel. That one was pretty fun. The intended rate was 25 for a whole night for parking. That's
That's not what was
I am-
told. It was supposed to
No,
be
that
12.
wasn't told. Yeah,
yeah.
when I went up
So
to
the con rate was supposed to be 12.
Yeah,
I went up to the whatever the guys that basically take your car. I forgot
The
what it's
valet.
called.
The valet.
The valet. I went up to the valet to pay for my parking. It was 14 that I paid, and it was a one-time payment that I paid because I didn't leave till like Sunday, of course.
Mhm.
I didn't pay any other fees. I didn't pay like daily. I just paid one time and nothing.
I feel robbed. I couldn't park in the garage.
Layout. This person goes on to say, because they gave us an official
Mhm.
review, so I'm just going to read the text real quick. How did they like the layout? What did they enjoy about the panels? How was the pricing? Did they interact with staff? How much out of 10? Layout was good. Everything was compact. The panels I did attend were fun. The staff interaction I had was good. I had a badge issue that they corrected instantly when my ticket prices reflected VIP, but the system showed general. They are going for a 7 out of 10. Some minor issues, just not having a hotel block. I don't know how big of an actual complaint that is, and having the main stage in kind of an isolated area, in my opinion.
But you guys know the all-con layout. Like what they use as the main stage is downstairs in that grotto area, so it's like it makes more sense for them to use the main stage.
It's a larger venue space. They have to.
Yeah.
Oh shit, they share a lot more. I had a great time. It was a very personable, down to earth convention where I recognized a lot of people. I had a great time Saturday night where I was just bouncing back and forth between different people I knew during the rave and taking breaks at the Odyssey Lounge. Artist Alley Vendor Hall was nice, and I'll admit the guest list wasn't anything I cared for at all, but that's probably because I don't keep up with anime as much as I used to. Everything was easily accessible and in one spot. I only had the sesame chicken wrap, but it was actually pretty. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about anymore. And the parking was close to the con. I didn't even have to pay when I finally drove out. The panels were pretty cool, and while some of them did get a bit boring, not my words, before you attack me in the comment section. I kind of fucking lost. Okay. There was a decent enough energy overall. The only real complaint would be the obvious room party issue. Like I said, the room party issue is not something that we like to factor in. Obviously, we cannot adjust their rating. I feel it's a little low. Maybe it could have been a 7.5 or 8 out of 10 if they had not factored in the room party. Remember, room parties are on a at risk of the person renting the hotel room, and it has nothing to do with the con. Even if it's sanctioned, remember, a lot of these things are sanctioned under the table as a way to keep the masses happy and keep the party going and be entertaining.
Right.
At the end of the day, when the cops are involved, the con was not involved because it is outside of their jurisdiction. It is up to the host of the party to make sure everybody's safe, everybody's good, and to keep the drinks flowing. And when you're sloppy and shitty, to stop the drinks from flowing.
Yeah.
Preferably before that happens.
Yeah.
Jazz, I don't know why you're talking. You were.
Hey,
Hammered.
Whoa, no exposing.
I said Jazz. I said Jazz in the con.
Listen.
I got hammered too. I'm not gonna lie.
I was gone.
Jazz at the con's like, I wasn't. I'm not drunk. I'm just frustrated from drinking all night.
Honestly, he gave one of the best performances all con, so he probably deserves
it.
Really?
We did get reports, and this has nothing to do with the actual con itself, but it has to do with the hotel. We did get reports that incidentals were $100 a day.
Yep. It did already get refunded my card, so they did refund it pretty quickly.
No, actually, the incidentals.
That crybaby, you should lunch. Lunch. Whopper.
You too can feed your local Mexican.
So unfortunately enough for me, the incidentals were actually 200. Like, I don't know why.
It's because it's $100 a day.
100 per night.
It was 100 per night, $100 a day. So it would have been. I guess 200 is actually correct. Yeah, no, it's $100 per night. So, yeah, that's actually correct, and it's still
okay. But yeah, I mean, I should be getting that money back soon, hopefully.
Hold on, I gotta find my dog. Give me a second. Keep talking. Damn, like y'all don't have to stop. I'm just trying to find Hero.
I want to give my rating of the con.
It's like when he
hold on. Before you give your rating of the con, because that was a message. That was a message that was sent to us.
Oh,
Hero, where the fuck did you go? We're gonna get to the rating, but we're gonna talk a little bit more about the con. Like we can talk because we've been talking about like we're just going over the reports that I got. Somebody did damage and run the gate on Sunday. That's why everyone got free parking. Not all heroes wear capes.
No, hey, don't say everyone. I didn't get no free parking.
Okay, everyone that decided to leave late.
I couldn't park in the garage.
Where did you park?
I had to park out front in the oversized parking. I drive a dually.
Oh, that's right.
DK has a giant ass car. Like,
It's very
Oh,
noticeable. The stickers on the back, you will notice it from a mile away.
I mean, while we're at panels, I mean, the meetups, I feel like they weren't really well promoted.
No, they were not.
they were not.
They were not
'cause,
coordinated well.
You
No,
had to
'cause, like-
keep loading on your not offline schedule for the meetups, for the schedule, and there was very little blast or marketing, and the only marketing that was had for meetups were the hosts that had a significant following. So yeah, there was an issue with how meetups were promoted. A lot of things on the Otaku Odyssey Discord were very much like, where is this meetup? I don't know where this meetup is. I'm running late to this meetup, because there was so much confusion around what meetups were happening. So
And a lot of meetups got canceled.
I have to like play devil's advocate because I've been around forever. But I feel like that's also that's mostly the responsibility of the person hosting the meetup, hosting the panels, hosting anything, because we didn't have any of that shit back in the day. Like we didn't have any of that shit during KamikazeCon, like during old OniCon, during
People would do meetups, but it wasn't like for like panelists and stuff at the time. It was mostly just
well, no, meetups
YouTubers.
are still not panelists. They're like technically meetups don't even have to be advertised with the con. It's just that whoever runs the meetup, because for instance, ACon, like before we had Facebook groups and
Mhm.
Discord, we had each convention had a forum where you would go and communicate with each other. Like if you needed a hotel room, if you want to do a panel, meetup, whatever the fuck, you would go on there and heavily advertise the time, the location, and if something had to change, you would go and post the update. I think it's really important that people also need to focus on like being punctual with their shit, like not punctual, I'm sorry, but advertising their shit, keeping
Or
up,
more
making sure
active
people are
and
updated,
more.
advertising. I think, I don't heavily rely on conventions to advertise my shit. We advertise our own shit, and when we're feeling, we advertise other people's shit when, they come on the show and they let us know, hey, I have a panel, I have this, I have that. Can you help us out? Can you put out the word? Or can you just come by? You don't have to do anything. We do all kinds of shit. So I think that's also part of the responsibility of the host. That's just me though. Like I said, I've been around since 2007. Things are definitely different. They're more streamlined now, but I also feel like they should take some responsibility for that. I don't have any more
would agree
reports.
with you. I would agree with you. Like in an era that we grew up around cons where meetups were relatively unofficial, but in like our environment currently, where cons like facilitate the official meetups and make sure these official meetups are happening and post them on social media and potentially sell a ticket or two based on the fact a certain meetup is happening. There should be more information on the meetup screen that's on the official schedule than just outside lobby, because no one knows where that is.
Yeah, and another thing was, both of my meetups and a few of my friends' meetups were not on the official schedule as well. We had to go to the meetup tab to look for that.
Yeah.
Oh, go
sorry.
ahead.
I cut you off. You're first.
Because like other meetups were on the official schedule, while certain other meetups were like not even on there.
The one thing I saw was a lot of the meetups just had lake stairs.
And that was confusing too.
I was like, there's no map. There's no signage. It just says lake stairs. So I walked outside and I didn't see anybody out there except for the people that were smoking or destroying the pool.
I know exactly what you're fucking talking about. Even like the only reason why I know that is because I go to a fucking All-Con and they're in the same location. Was it the fucking it's the stairs at the bottom right where that elevator is to get to the basement floor?
Yeah.
Is that where it was?
No.
I thought it was outside. I thought it was
I thought it was outside. I
Lake.
thought it was by main stage. I thought it was those stairs. I checked all the stairs. Again, these panels, they would have something going on, and then or not panels, but the meetups would have something going on, and then they would either dissolve completely, either people canceling, or just nobody could figure out where the hell to go.
I think people,
That's
if they're going to do a meetup, people need to make a video about it and post it on, whether that be their own page, and like Jesse said, like it's their responsibility to push that information out and knowing and telling people exactly where it's going to be at what time, at what location, exact location, whether that's in the hotel or out of the hotel.
I completely agree with that. I was just saying in reference to like if it's on the programming schedule, you think there'd be a little help on that side. I'm not
A
gonna
little bit
deny
more
that they need to
description
coordinate.
as to where it is.
Yeah, there was
Right.
there was a lot of marketing on Instagram and TikTok that the con did for like random reels to be able to promote the con and everything else. No shame on JF&K. She did an amazing job marketing. It's just a matter of, hey, it would be cool if we had a compilation reel of where locations actually are. Panel room 1, panel room 2, panel room 3. This is Lakeside. This is outside lobby. Like, and that's a really quick TikTok you can do, get views off it, and still market. So.
Mhm.
Why don't we go do it for him? Like, hey, this is so and so, so and so.
Hey, this is Obsidian Hall. This
I
is
feel
this
like
hall.
I don't want to like. Okay, JF&K did say that they worked with other cons. This is like a reboot of a previous convention. I want to. Here's the thing: conventions are a motherfucker to run.
Oh,
They
yeah.
are really hard to run, and at the end of the day, there are going to be more angry vocal people than fucking people that
Yep.
are happy.
Right.
True.
Like some guy could have the time of his life. It could have been like The Sims. He met someone, got married, had kids, got divorced all in one
Had a
time.
gangbang.
Gangbang, not be involved,
Bruh.
but like his best friend was there.
Jesus.
Oh no!
God damn it.
You know, it could have been like all right, hey, how was the fun? It was
It
cool.
was cool.
Did you have fun?
It
Yeah,
was all right.
cool. It's all right. It's cool. He probably had the greatest time of his life, and then he's like, it's cool. It's all right. It was lit. You want to talk about it? I'll remember. Like, tell us what happened. No, I was there, man. I saw everything. I remember.
Oh,
Right.
what happened?
If you've seen the Boondocks, you know exactly
Yeah, I
what I'm
know
talking about.
exactly what episode's in.
It's. I feel like there were a couple people bitching. I see a lot more bitching and complaining from the room party side. Because like if there were mishaps here and there, they were handled pretty fast.
Mhm.
And I'm glad Karma's here, so now we know who has a connection to the 800 room guy.
Yeah.
Apparently, he is like the subject matter of a lot of conversations that are like talking about this weekend.
Oh, I was walking to the elevator and someone's like, you going to 800? I was like, what's going on there? He's like, nothing no more.
No, okay. Here's the thing. I don't want
Nothing no more. That's
No,
what he
it
Nothing
said.
no
got to
more.
the point. It got to the point where like I happened to be on the 8th floor as well, like my room was, and people would like give me a side eye when I punched the 8, like because of how ridiculous it was.
Here's another thing. He had a link to RSVP stuff, and it got to up to 200 people for that room party. It was I think this is the one that was condoned by the convention because JFK was also in that group chat with my homeboy with everyone else, and it's like 200 plus people. I'm like, fuck.
I don't know. When I got it, someone stopped at the 8th floor in the elevator when we were going up. All I saw was someone sit outside the door just going. I was like, okay, not going that way.
I was like, oh shit. Whoa,
Is that the fuzz?
police?
I'm out.
Fuck this shit. I'm out. Fuck this shit. I'm out. Oh, damn.
No, literally, like, so
Car-
I think it got shut down Friday.
It did.
Yeah.
That was
did.
Friday, and that
So-
was around.
So
I
the two
wanna
hosts,
say-
so the two hosts at 800 were coming in. Hey, we're kicking everybody out to the rave. So me and my homeboy, we're like, okay, we're gonna start heading out. And then, like, not even 2 minutes later, hotel or con staff show up, and we're just like, okay, time to go.
It was hotel staff. And the cops were there present, only sat just to let it was only a few handful of people that were escorted out of the con by police, and it was mostly Saturday.
Jesus.
Oh, Lord. I told him it was kind of a bad idea.
No, like this is how you handle room parties. And I know it's a controversial. It shouldn't be controversial. It shouldn't raise alarms. It shouldn't make you mad. It shouldn't piss you off. But you know what people need to do that's actually pissing off people? Checking fucking
Yep.
ID. Start looking at people like, hey, are you okay? If that person cannot fucking stand on their own
Cut 'em off.
anymore, you should probably cut them off or not let them into the party.
Mhm.
If they don't have ID, don't risk it for the brisket, bro.
Or if they
Don't let 'em fucking in.
resist, but it's like okay, all right, well,
All right, hey man, you got some ID? No, why do I need ID? Because it's a fucking party that involves alcohol. Where's the ID?
It was just 200 people in the group chat.
200
Fort
people.
Knocker.
That room had to smell nasty and home to like several new COVID variants.
It was 200 people in the group chat. I was told that the max that room like actually had was like 60, but like that's still a lot.
And is this a regular
No,
size
no.
hotel
No, it
room?
was-
No, it was a suite. It was a suite. It was a suite.
Yeah, because I was in the floor above that, and they're the same size. They're essentially like a living room, a bedroom, and a
So,
bathroom. It's pretty decent sized.
So think
Is
like
it-
the
is it
embassy
bigger,
suites,
the
but
same?
made like so think like the rooms at
Okay.
the embassy, but bigger.
Okay. Is it bigger, the same, around the same size, or smaller than the suite we do for Delta?
I think
About the
probably
same.
around the same size.
Yeah. About the same.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty big actually.
So 60 isn't too bad
Uh,
to have in there at the same time. I don't know if it ever got above that, but my reports say like the max that were in there is 60 at a time. So
Well, it's more than the gangbang.
well, the gangbang had to be invite only, and apparently you had to have a Demon Slayer cosplay on. I don't know.
Gangbang.
I don't own Demon
Yeah,
Slayer.
you had to be Demon Slayer. It was invite only. The invite was so exclusive. Not even the husband. got it.
Oh my god!
Oh Lord.
He just
Yeah.
couldn't put on the pig head and just be like, go to town on it. Like
I don't even know who the characters were. I was told that the girl was in the butterfly black purple hairish girl
Then you
costume.
just had 5 dudes dressed as Nezuko.
Oh god.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, no.
Okay, I know you're trying to make a joke, but I think there was a Nezuko dude.
Oh no.
What? He was at the con?
God,
you know if it's that cosplay, there has to be at least one femboy involved. Like that's just a given. Like,
Oh no.
Oh god, I just divorced
The
her. and leave, bro.
Nezuko I saw at the con was a little bit bigger of a dude.
Like, and it's
That's
funny
like you
because
got a
they
femboy.
got into an argument. So
No, I know
I don't
that.
want to put his business out there. I really don't want to put all his business out there, but I'll say this: they did get into a huge argument and fight, but it was after they were all done. I think he was not happy, but
He had
waited
post nut
till, like,
clarity.
it was all
Dude,
after the
fucking
post
all
nut
of them had
clarity.
post-nut clarity. Oh god.
This is the husband, so he didn't have the post nut clarity.
he had the post cut clarity.
He had
That's
the
what he had.
pent up.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, post.
Post
Oh,
cuck
God.
clarity.
Well, he didn't even get cucked. That would have required him to sit in the chair in the corner.
No, haven't you seen an NTR manga? You don't have to be there to get cucked. Like, what?
No, first off,
He-
I don't know
he-
shit about cucking. I just assume that's what the chair's
He
for.
had Fuko. Fear of fucking out.
Next thing you know, we hear.
I thought well, obviously he didn't get Luigi.
Next thing you know, we hear that she's
Or
pregnant.
Mario.
And the crazy thing is about this hotel is they actually had pretty comfortable cuck chairs. Like,
They did.
I have to agree.
Yeah,
I
I
have
stayed
to
at the hotel.
unfortunately
I was
agree.
like, the chair's pretty cool. The chair is pretty cool. The chair is pretty legit. With infrared cameras, you could probably see the room from the.
All you gotta do is a black light, and you'll know.
I think you just have to walk by the door on the outside. It just has a glowing like aura around it.
Dude, apparently, like
The
you
room going
could,
Super
like
Saiyan in the
it's
dark.
like as soon as you stepped into the room, you could
You can
smell
smell the
Oh.
musk.
the musk.
Oh,
The
God.
post.
hey, some people are into that. Like,
Why is it salty?
No, it's why does it smell like the Discovery Channel in this bitch? What the fuck?
Oh my god.
so no one gonna sing the song.
And
No?
I'll tell you
I'm
what.
fucking, I'm dying,
No.
bro.
No. It smells like and then you know what? It's funny that I make the Discovery fucking channel joke because the husband did discover it like during the fucking weekend. 'Cause I'm telling you, his friend was there and he texted him, "Hey, are you
Shit.
coming? Your wife already had everyone
Oh
start."
God.
He's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh no.
That's how he found out, and then he just waited until after they were
I
all
was gonna
done.
say
I'm
there
like,
was a
"Everybody
delay
good?
in that
Everybody good?"
text right there. Did he?
Oh no.
I thought he's like, oh, you know what? Let's finish this panel first.
You.
Yeah, he's like, "Let me finish." All right, he's like waiting outside the door, staring at his watch. Are they almost done? It's been an
Jesus.
hour.
Fucking Christ.
You're like it's
You just hear the guy inside. 5 more minutes, bro.
it's,
5
He's
more
knocking.
minutes.
it's almost
Housekeeping.
1 in the morning. They're not done.
All right, all right, all right.
Enough.
We're gonna be nice. We're gonna stop about the room parties. Okay, that's enough. Jesus. All right, that's yeah, room parties. 811 and squirrels. Oh, okay, no, they're just talking on the Discord. I actually have no further information. Panels, like this one person did say the panels did get a little. Some panels were a little bit boring. I think. Did you guys attend any panels?
did.
Which ones did you attend?
I can't remember them.
Oh my god, that doesn't help.
He was gone.
What did you attend?
It was like
I just walked into a
there
room
were
and people were
some,
talking.
I think it was JJK trivia. Some were like random dance. Others were
Wait, JJ,
JJ.
what?
J
Kaizen.
trivia.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay, I'm not that big of an anime fan. I watch anime, not as much as like the next person.
He watches Dragon Ball. That's it.
Shut up! I watch more than Dragon Ball.
That's so messed up.
So I mean, I saw Demon Slayer. I know character. I know Tangerine.
Tangerine.
Oh my god.
And,
It's not even the color of his jacket, bro. Like,
Nezuko and Pig Boy
And Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Michael.
and not Sasuke. Oh, I know his name because his name is Mugen,
It's oh my fuck.
and it's named after that fighting game that used to come out on the internet that you could like.
I
put
would be
characters
severely
in.
disappointed
So-
in that orgy if it didn't have the Michael Jackson cosplayer.
I don't think it does. Actually, Starshine Black, can you let us know what panels you went to and did you enjoy them or did you think they were boring? Because some people are saying that some panels were considered boring during the convention. They just didn't have the energy.
Suffering.
to
Did
keep your
when
attention.
you were you able to look?
He doesn't want to talk about his panels.
No,
They use this.
no,
they use
no.
this
I was gonna
government name.
say, were you able to see what other panels were on the?
Yeah.
app?
So I went to quite a few. Wanted to both support my friends and kind of see anyone that had overlapping content with what I normally do. Because I kind of wanted to know why I got kind of weird panel times compared to a lot of other people. And I think it was like the effort for programming to try to kind of pull people in that either aren't used to paneling or maybe have expertise in the area that's more generalized and not maybe like seasoned panelist. And like there was a pretty concerted effort by like me, and I talked to a couple other people that normally do panelists to kind of limit us to maybe 2 max 3 just to make sure that not our entire schedule is swamped by those panels. DK, I know you have different thoughts on this because we did see a saturation of somebody on the schedule. But yeah, I mean, generally speaking, I would kind of agree that because you don't have a lack of experienced presenters, a lot of the panels can get super boring. And it did seem like Saturday was a little bit more game show heavy than it should have been, at least what I saw. That's why I wasn't too interested in much going on Saturday. Because it seems like
there was a lot of
game shows there.
quiz shows and quiz trivias and game shows.
So that was both Friday and Saturday because I went to those were the panels that I typically went to. They were offering prizes. So they had those, and the people who were running those was the same group of people. I think they had 4 panels. And then you had the Golden Saucer, which was basically family-friendly gambling. I can't say family-friendly, but it was no real money was being spent.
Yeah.
They give you little coins, go around, get tickets, get prizes at the end. And then there was one that I enjoyed, which was Who's the Worst Mom or something like that, or I'd Fight That Mom. And
Mom's
yeah, which was a great panel. I loved it. It was very interactive. It was just phenomenal. I will say that as far as the panels go, they did make sure that nothing 18 plus was before 7.
Whoa! Hold
Ju-
up!
just
Hold
content?
up! Hold up! Does it? Okay, my computer's slowing down like big time. It's
Oh.
it's not able to handle so much.
Oh,
Please
Starshine, you
donate
woke
so I
up
can
at
get my
9 a.m. for that one?
computer fixed.
Oof. Because that panel, In Defense of Small Cons, is at 9 a.m. on Saturday.
Okay, wait. So did you go to that con? I mean, not con. That panel?
I
think
tried
so.
to, but the problem
I could
was
not.
I was up too late on Friday, and I was just like, I don't know who this panel runner is, and I'm sure I'm
Mhm.
going to hear about it later. And I did not hear great things about that panel. So
Ooh.
I was going to ask you if you knew who it was.
I did not know, no. I wanted to
Does
see what they had to
anyone
say, but
in the
at
chat
9 a.m. is kind of crazy.
know who ran that panel? That is a very controversial panel. I know my panels are controversial, but I try to make them into comedy.
Are you
But
talking
that one?
So that I was trying to go to that panel. That was the one that was at night, wasn't it? Or was that the morning one?
No, it was
It's
the
the
morning
morning.
one. It was the
Apparently, it's the
9 a.m.
morning.
panel.
See, I was never going to wake up for that. I tried going to the one that was scheduled for the nighttime, and when I got there, like 30 minutes into their runtime, everything was disbanded.
Do y'all know the official name of that panel? That way I can kind of like dig and find out who hosted.
I think you should. You
You
should.
can still pull up the
Can't you-
program.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I'm pretty sure
I'm
his government
lazy.
name
Plus,
is on
my
the
computer can
website.
barely handle restream. So,
I'll pull it up later if that's not a
It
problem.
yeah, if you can
is,
pull it up and send me the info.
I have it
Yeah.
pulled up right here.
Okay, if you can send me the info because I can't look it up because if I try to look up anything right now with the computer's already slowing down. Like
Yeah.
fucking Suffering over here looks like a old kung fu movie. He's talking, but his lips aren't moving.
Old school dubbing.
Oh, I will say
He's a
the one
vendor.
complaint I had and didn't have to do with the con, but I talked to this about Suffering. The hotel rooms didn't have microwaves.
Yeah.
That annoyed the living shit out of me, especially when one of the gifts that we were given was ramen.
Oh,
Yeah,
Uh,
because I think you have
yeah.
to go down. I think the only microwave that was available was downstairs.
Yeah, but
at
that's
the
one
lobby.
microwave for like
Yeah.
several thousand people. It's just not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
then
the
he-
Hunger Games, but shitty.
Yeah.
Then the food that they had there was overpriced, and there was a lot of reports of it being undercooked, like the chicken being still pink on the inside.
Oh.
Okay.
I
And
had the
okay.
pizza, and that was okay.
Hold on. I need to get this motherfucker on the show. Like not today. I need to
Later
get him on the show. Like I want to talk to him. Let's see what makes him tick. Sir, why do you think like he apparently it was complaints and it was because they wouldn't accept him as a vendor at some of the cons he bitched about.
Bruh.
I wonder
Bruh.
why. Bitch and complain. Fucking talk.
Well, no, dude, like okay. Do you remember the report of the Steam controller going on sale and then being sold out in 30 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the same shit for people that sign up to be vendors. Like some cons, like gone, instant. And that's because they have if you were a vendor there the previous year, a lot of cons what they do is they offer you a chance to buy another booth for the following year before they go out to the rest of the general public. So I need this fucking guy on the show. I could already
just
tell
sent
you
you
that
the
this
info,
panel.
Goku.
I could probably do a better job of the panel. Like, hey, look, these panels, I can probably do a better job with this panel because I can talk about all the cons I've been to. Like, look, a lot of these conventions are great. Like, for instance, I could be impartial. I can be neutral with Anime Matsuri. Like, look, Anime Matsuri could be a great, if not the best convention, if management was changed and they were tighter on the schedule and they were more professional when it came to events. And they took accountability. But overall, they would just be
I
a
haven't
better
gone to Anime
convention.
Matsuri, so I can't give my opinion.
Don't. It's a piece of shit.
Yeah, please don't support that con. Please don't pay for their overpriced badges. Please support another con that is better at GRB, whether that be DreamCon, maybe Comic Palooza. I don't know. You can argue for that one.
Even at that same time, doesn't
Comic
Delta H
Palooza
happen the
and
same time frame as Matsuri?
Yes,
So week before.
Delta DreamCon, Matsuri, and Delta HCon are all in July.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally back to back to back.
Yeah. So go.
And also, it is the finals of the World Cup this year.
Yeah, go support Delta H and DreamCon.
Let's go.
I did hear in the woodworks that people are stopping to go to comic, or if they're gonna go, it's gonna be on Saturday only.
But I would much rather, if you like going to normie conventions, I would much rather you support Comic Palooza than Anime Matsuri for a
You know what you could support? You could go attend, buy a badge, have a great time, and share your feedback every year. Otaku Odyssey.
Oh,
very true.
Yes.
The con we're actually supposed to be talking about.
Side quest.
Yeah, because like,
I didn't know this was.
no, I think that this panel this guy hosted, had it been not so opinionated, obviously, and it needs to be an opinionated panel, but if he hadn't gotten so personal with his opinions, which is kind of hard to do, right? Because it is your opinion. It's always going to be like your personal opinion, but like share what you think. Like, hey, this could be a good con. You could probably go and have fun. Like, I fucking hate like fucking VTubers, but I know a lot of people like that shit. I know a lot of people enjoy it.
I feel like I'm in enemy territory.
They will. Estás bien, no seas güey. Here's the thing. As much as I don't like it, I know it draws. I know it puts asses in seats. I know it draws money. I know people like it. People will shell out for it. I would share my opinion. Like, look, this is good. It's good. It makes people happy. It's entertaining. This. You could do this, and this with it. You know, you have to be like. I feel like this panel should be great. I think me and DeWacko and Starshine Black, we should all three just steal the panel. All of us, just everyone here in this podcast, just everyone steal the panel. And we'll just go in there and share our opinions. Like everybody gets one.
I mean, we could, but I'm not I'm not as strong small con bias as a lot of other people are in our circle, right?
I am strong. I'm small con, but I'm more biased towards smaller conventions than I am towards the bigger conventions.
I mean, I couldn't
So
really
I
give
will
my
admit,
opinion.
Like,
I'm
Otaku
like,
Odyssey.
oh, because like
I was just gonna say, like, Otaku Odyssey is a small con to me. Like, if it's not like
It is.
if it's not like what I consider a medium-sized con is like 10,000 people.
It's
15,000.
gonna be bigger. It's still gonna be by your definition a small con, but it's gonna be a lot bigger next year, especially if they move to a different. If they move to a different location.
Based on the early numbers that we reports that we're getting. Now, remember, these aren't official numbers. These are rumors and innuendo. They're reported to us. Like, this is information that
The unofficial
that was reported to me unofficially off the record. They did do really well. They did more than they actually had a set number they had to meet. They had a higher expectation. Let's say like they had to sell 6, and this is not like 6. I'm gonna say the number they had to meet was 6.
Yeah.
They like, look, if we do really well, we'll get a 10. No, I heard it was like 15 to 20.
Damn.
Yeah.
Let's go.
They based on what I heard from everybody else is they blew out their pre-sale numbers, they blew out their door sales, they pretty much everything was as packed as they wanted it to be, if not more so.
It was definitely like, and I look, we're gonna hear complaints. Most of the complaints I heard were from parking and parties.
Yep.
Which I feel like
That's the norm. That's the usual.
yeah, we talked a lot about the parties because it's funny. And we're at the end of the day, we're journalists, but we're also critics. But we're also entertainers. We're gonna talk about the funny shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, like some people bitched and like, okay, the hotel security was way too strict. I'm like, they kind of have to be, dude. Like, there's a lot of fucking degenerates that go to anime cons and throw fucking bottles off the balcony of a room party.
Yeah.
Creators after dark.
Yeah.
I was there actually.
Oh no!
Were you one of the people?
No, that wasn't me. No, but I have another homeboys experience from another convention where someone was throwing very sexual toys out the balcony.
Oh my god,
bruh!
And
dude,
it was hitting people.
Okay.
Those, I was like, those things are not.
I would shut the fuck up. I would shut the fuck up after I would stop talking.
It's a bird. It's a plane.
It's
It's
jail.
jail time.
Yeah, because
Let's hope that piece of rubber didn't hit terminal velocity.
Or hit a kid.
Yes, because that
Hit a child.
is that is
A weapon. That's a point.
a felony, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I would stop talking about that at this point. Because a lot of people do watch this show, and I can tell you right now, a lot of staff members watch this show. Not just from Taku Odyssey, other cons.
No, it was a different
And I'm
convention.
probably gonna
I
get
didn't go to
questions
that
now.
one.
I don't even know what time.
I don't know what- I don't know.
I'm still drunk.
What are you talking about?
I'm drunk,
still
guys.
drunk.
Fine.
I don't even
What are
know.
you talking
What did he say?
Crazy.
Yeah, let's move on.
Crazy.
Panel wise, though, I'm really interested to I want to talk to this guy.
He wants to talk to this guy.
And
It completely cut out.
It's more propaganda. I know. I know. It's the connection. I want to talk to the guy that runs this panel because I feel like it was just all propaganda. Really, like they don't like me. They're against me for Mother Russia.
I feel like he tried to, have a rally. That way someone could they could talk about him. So that way they could push him to be a vendor, which was not going to work.
Dude, I'm sorry, but if you're going to be doing karaoke and being a panelist and doing other shit at the cons, it becomes a lot of hard work. Being a vendor is not easy. You run when you sign up to be a vendor, there's always a chance you're not going to get accepted. You're going to go on a waiting list.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. It's not like the con hates you or is against you unless you have personally spoken about the people that run the convention and you've said some pretty awful things. Or maybe you were just overly critical of the convention. It's one thing to criticize the convention for things that they could control and they can fix or they can be better at. But there's another thing fuck this motherfucker, fuck piece of shit, bitch ass. Don't do that. That's our job.
I will say on the vendor side of things, they did allocate a decent amount of space for what they had.
yeah.
Vendor wise, obviously they can't control what vendors sell what. Were you overall happy with just the vendors there? I know you said that they the setup, the location, all that,
Yeah, the vendors were really friendly. When I actually funny enough, I know some of the 18 plus vendors, and they were obviously they were great and amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They better be
But
fucking
yeah,
friendly. You're spending your money.
I think I spent money at about 90% of the 18 plus vendors. So,
Okay.
Yeah, sounds about right.
But I mean, I recognized a lot of individual people in both the vendors hall and the 18 plus vendors hall.
Same.
And it's a lot of familiar faces, a lot of people that are well trusted. So no complaints with anyone that actually was in there, because the fact that I know these people, right, know exactly what they're doing at cons, and everything ran pretty smoothly in those particular areas, except for that one theft issue, which we mentioned earlier. But yeah.
How was that handled, by the way? I know they had 18 plus vendors and regular general public vendors. Was there a curtain, a different room?
no, completely separate. So you had
it was a completely separate area.
You had a large,
and they had a system. Whenever you picked up your badge, you could flash your card there, and they give you a wristband, or you could card at the door for any 18 plus sections. So they did have an attendant at both sides of the 18 plus entrance usually, to be able to card to prevent minors from going in, even though that was open at all hours.
So they had 3 areas. They had the vendors, the regular vendors, which was the largest, the rooms, massive, great layout. They had your guest appearances, which were right across the hall, and then they had the 18 plus, which was upstairs, and it was not as well laid out, but it's still decent.
Okay, yeah, that was my main concern, because we didn't want a repeat of TsumiCon, where they didn't section off any of the convention, and you could still the general public could still see what was going on in certain convention areas where they shouldn't be able to see.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always a concern, because you're gonna still have general public people stay at a hotel. Doesn't matter. The hotel's not gonna lose the opportunity to make money. They're still gonna book their regular families that are traveling, pilots, shit like that.
Right.
So I know people get mad, oh, they're hosting smut,
Mhm.
fiesta, smut, con, whatever the fuck at this con. They should.
Con.
They shouldn't wire their families here because it's a fucking hotel. They still need to make money on
Yep.
people. They're gonna pay for their overpriced buffet.
I know that people were complaining about the cosplays that people were wearing too, even though they had like a strict kind of like dress code if you were going to dress revealing.
I wouldn't call it strict. It was advertised to be strict, but it was never enforced.
Mm.
Yeah. Was anyone in here like did they buy the Oasis Lounge add-on so we can quickly touch on that? Go ahead, DK.
So I didn't buy the Oasis Lounge. I had the VIP pass, so it came with it.
Okay.
I went Friday. So it was actually really well done. It was a little repetitive, but it was still well done. It was a interactive show the entire time. There wasn't people walking around trying to sell you their menus. They had a menu, but it was for like I don't want to go too much into it, but it was like
Yeah, we got you. Yeah.
No, I will ask the hard question. I'm gonna ask serious questions. I got reports, and my report says Otaku Lounge, aka a strip club.
It was a very tame strip club. Very tame.
Okay.
There was no genitals exposed at any point. I mean, there was definitely showing of like bulges, but there was no physical. You could see what was going on.
Mhm.
It was interactive. So like they had games going on, so they would invite people up to the stage to perform games. It was very personalized, and as I said, you didn't have the performers in there coming up and having their menus shown at you. They had a book that had a list of options of things that you might be interested in, and then on the following pages they had everyone's socials. So if you wanted to donate to them specifically, you could. And then there was no real money flying around. They had funny money, and you could purchase it right there, and there you go.
Yeah, Goku, what you're talking about is their little VIP lounge that was the other room in the grotto, the smaller room. And that's when things were flying around.
Hey,
that was the strip.
That was the open area.
Me. That's what was texted to me.
Yeah, that was the strip joint. That was the little VIP lounge.
That was the Oasis Lounge.
No, so there was an Oasis Lounge that was upstairs next to the 18+ vendor room. That was,
Oasis Lounge was downstairs next to the main stage.
Okay, what hours were you in there?
I think we got in there from 8 until 12 to 1, somewhere in that time frame.
Okay. Well, I heard many reports of strip shows.
Yeah, no, again, there's a stripper pole in there. There was a cut chair that you could pay for.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's the one. We heard. Yep.
In the sense of it, it was like a strip club, except for the fact that there was no nudity. They stripped down, but there was pasties. Everything was covered.
Mm-hmm.
It was very sensual.
And that sounds like a lot of strip clubs in Houston now because they have to wear pasties.
Yeah, well. So yeah, I guess if that's the new standard for strip clubs, then yes.
Yes. No, I mean that's what I heard. Like I said, I didn't get like a detailed report. All I got was like little notes. Oasis Lounge, strip club. I did. They did use the word cuck chair.
Yeah.
I'll say this. My lovely wife, I paid for her to get a lap dance from a nice gentleman who you probably all know.
Apparently,
I'm dead.
From what I know of what was going on in the Oasis Lounge, apparently every member of staff that was cosplaying at some point did do a striptease of some kind.
Yes.
Every single member.
Every single one. And some of those were not of my personal taste, but they were there.
They were there. You're like, well.
Don't yuck everyone's yum.
Look, some people are in defeat. Some people, myself, are not because I seen y'all step into dog shit and. Ugh.
Some people are into other body parts and.
Let's address some comments. 18+ did a really good job with being separate. Had curtains you could not see in walking by. But the bad about the 18+ was a fire hazard.
Yes.
because of the curtains.
It
But
was
yes,
pretty
there was
tight.
no enforcement of certain cosplayers. A lot of booty out and boobs,
Yeah.
which will raise a lot of questions if you're a pilot flying in and you're tired of shit, and the first thing you get is a face full of ass.
If
You're like,
ass
"Whoa."
and
I'd be a happy
boobs,
pilot,
ass
huh?
and chest.
I'd be a happy pilot.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just throw on your Demon Slayer cosplay, man. Like,
We're not. You're
Uh,
not letting that one live that down.
Okay, just to kind of, I want to go back real quick and just talk about the panels real quick because y'all did say something that I would like. I don't know if they're. I know some of them are watching. Y'all said a lot of game shows again this year because we know one cosplay group that runs game shows and shit like that, and I know they had like a good number of panels. No, wait, was that?
Yeah.
OTAKU.
No, that was a different con.
Suffering knows what I'm talking about. Zeros to Heroes.
Mhm.
Were they there? Because I heard the
yes. So
one of the members
if
did
you
say
see on the schedule, one of their panels is actually registered to Zeros to Heroes, and the other panel that they did, they actually used one of their legal names.
Oh wow.
So whatever error happened on that end, even though it was probably the same applications from Zeros to Heroes, it was like one, for some reason, someone's name got used, and the other one was Zeros to Heroes. So
Okay. I know they were there. I know they do game shows. Like honestly, game shows, that's 50% of the con's fault, 50% of the
They were well run. I'll give them that. They were well run. It was just a bit repetitive. That's all it came down to. It was every.
I'm gonna be devil's advocate. I fucking hate game shows.
I love game shows. Well, correction, I love prizes.
I mean, prizes are cool, but it's like,
Fabulous
oh my
prizes.
fucking god, Family Feud. What the fuck? Another one?
There's
There's
Another
too many
one.
game shows are a dime a dozen now, and I feel like it's different when Zeros to Heroes does it because they've been doing it for a long time. I feel like other fucking panelists do it now because it's safe.
yeah, it's safe, it's easy, and then cons will often give you pricing for running those game shows. And to me, like my standard for game shows is always like, regardless of if you have pricing or not, can your game show stand? And 80% of game show panels cannot stand without pricing.
Right. No, exactly.
That
I
is
absolutely
correct.
agree. It's they're easy, they're safe, and like when it comes to the structure of the actual show itself, you just rinse and repeat what somebody else is doing. They just take what they got, their description, their fucking name, just slap a different anime on it. It's too much of the same bullshit over and over and over. And I feel like because it's so fucking safe that people are not innovative anymore. We don't have there are still original panels, but there aren't as many as there were like 15 years ago. I know that makes me sound like an old, but like we literally created 5 brand new panels to test out this year. One of them is called This Panel Sucks, but so do these anime.
And you guys know on this show, my panel repertoire, every single one of my panels is original panel content, right? And my acceptance rates have been going down as game shows have been going up, right? So that's part of my frustration as well, is because they're saying, oh, we want a variety of panelists here. And then they have one group host 5 different game shows during the course of a small con.
And do you think since there is a lot of game shows now because they're seeing, oh, there's more people like filling those rooms that they're preferencing or like preferring
Like,
more of
They could do the same. They could do that same concept with the prizes at any panel, and it would fill seats.
Yeah, it's literally
you could do musical fucking chairs, but you slap free prizes on the fucking description, it'll fill.
Yeah.
Now, one of those game shows that I did go to was run by a different group. It was Kahoot, and it was just anime trivia, which was great. I loved it.
Kahoot,
everyone
like
was involved.
Kahoot?
Yeah,
Kahoot.com.
That's different. Like I've only seen Kahoot played at cons like twice.
They played it there. They did well. There was it was 70 questions. Holy shit!
Yeah,
but, yeah. I thought I did good until I placed like 18th on there. I was like, God damn, I know my shit, but God damn.
Well, you're in the room with a bunch of weebs.
I I think Kahoot works because we use it. We used to use it a lot at my old job when I used to work for the work at home company Everrise, and we would train for different. We were a third party company. We would train customer services for other companies, and we would use Kahoot as a way to like review for finals or just for shits and giggles. So Kahoot is a really interesting like panel
Mm-hmm.
overall. I think that's pretty fun. I think that's pretty interesting. Uh, and once again, I have to fucking say this out loud. I'm not talking shit about Zeros to Heroes. Are talking shit about their panels. Like there are some panelists who are fucking boring. Like, but I'm cool with them. Or at least I think I am. Probably not anymore. They just like I think like I would have preferred more V fucking tubers than fucking game shows, to be honest with you. And
So-
I don't fucking like VTubers.
So they didn't do all just game shows. Another one of the ones they did was your hot take on things.
Oh.
Oh, kind of like that guy who like anime hot
Yeah, so there
takes.
was
Yeah.
two A Hill You're Willing to Die on panels. One was theirs and one was Zeros to Heroes.
So they
Yeah, those are
there was also a an 18 plus anime versus hentai, and you get a picture of fucking eyes, and you have to just figure out which one it is.
Oh.
Which is a basic concept that a lot of people do. But yeah.
I would do it like a side boob panel. Like, here's
Good
a side
boob.
boob.
That's
Is it
done.
regular
That's done.
anime or is
Side
or is
boob.
it hentai?
Name the character by the side
it
boob. Like I've
hentai?
literally seen that panel.
I would do a side boob panel. Is it hentai or is it just etchy? And they're like, oh, you're wrong. It's neither.
It's neither. You degenerate.
I think it's the first year. A lot of people are like, and a lot of people don't want to do like. There are people that want to do panels. There are people that only do panels because they want a free badge. They don't want to buy a
Mhm.
badge. There are people that are passionate about their panels. They try to be entertaining. I do not like script panels. I'm a improv stand up. I'm an entertainer. I do comedy. I will talk shit. I will go up there. I like one of my panels that I do that draws a lot of attention is terrible fan fiction. I feel like that's a staple for a lot of cons. You need a panel where you read very cringy. I'm about to suffer a stroke. Terrible fan fiction. Reading this shit.
I mean, with me, sorry.
No, go ahead.
With me, I only hosted one panel last year, and had a really good turnout, regardless if I had prizes or not. It was like waifu versus meta, and it's like it was people debating about if the meta game's better, if the wifey's game better, and like I had like a unique. I was winging it the whole time. I had no script. My friend wanted to help me out last minute, and I was like, "Let's do it," and I just winged it, and it was a grand old time, and it's just like. Cause like I mixed a few elements like debate, family feud, hot takes, and then like the last one was like you just name this shit so badly it makes you question stuff. Yeah, cause
I will say this: like the one that we started hosting is called "This Panel Sucks," but so do these anime. It's a gauntlet style argument match. However, you're like you pick an anime that you think is complete shit, and you argue why it sucks, and you have to argue why it sucks more than the other person's selection. And then if you win, you keep going and going and going until you lose.
It's a good concept.
yeah,
That's how that works. And it's like, we tested out Anime Tyler. It was popular. It works. You just got to be able to, like, there was one guy that got like personal with his fucking insults, and I almost like I got really mad. It just, and I don't get mad. I really don't. I like trolls. I like it when people troll, but his insults got personal. I was like, dude, just shit. Anyways, Chad, you haven't talked. Fucking shy ass motherfucker. What panels did you go to besides your own? Because I know you. What did you do anything this past weekend besides drink in the room and then perform?
In the room.
In the room? No, he was everywhere.
I was gonna say,
All
yeah,
right, drink
I was
in the-
I was
in the
roaming
lobby.
and drinking.
Besides drinking on the streets,
Drinking on the streets.
Talk shit.
walking to
Talk shit.
talk shit.
Talk
That's
shit.
it.
That's it.
That's
That's,
all
that's
we
what
do.
that's what I do. You know this.
Did you go to panels?
Did you perform? How did you perform? You performed, right?
Yes,
Jazz with
yes, yes.
Con? And how was the turnout for your con? Like, How was the turnout for your panel? Was it
So it
how were
wasn't.
accommodations? Did you get everything you wanted or needed?
So pretty much, yeah. I had everything. I had everything I needed here because I'm trying to be like, okay, if I need this, I can bring it myself. Basically, at this point. But
Working with staff as a panelist, though, was it
oh
easy,
yeah, that was
difficult?
easy. That was a breeze. Once I found out where once I found out where they wanted me to set up, so they didn't have me in like a regular panel room like I'm used to. I was basically out in the middle of the hotel lobby, basically between the
They put you out there like a street
Like,
performer. Got your little hat out there. People dropping dollars.
The good thing about where they set him up though, is because it was a music performance panel. They put him in a section where the entire con could hear him.
That's a
that
smart
was cool.
idea. Yeah,
fuck.
I
I'm not
think
even gonna lie, that was cool as
that
fuck.
was a good decision to put you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, before I
like,
saw
towards
him,
the
I heard
end-
his music.
And then like towards the end, I got a noise complaint. I'm like, bro, really?
Who was complaining?
I'm like,
the other
It's
guest.
literally on the schedule that noise is going to be made.
That one came from the other people in the hotel.
I was gonna say that, and that was with me playing with like one of my like quieter mouthpieces. I'm like, okay, I could have been like, all right, hold on.
You could have been blasting. Yeah,
I'll
it's
give
just
you a noise complaint.
there's some people that go to hotels and they just want to hear silence, which is kind of boring in a sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I
get
understand
that at a certain time, but I was like,
Yeah.
it was just still kind of early. It was like what, maybe 7. It was like late 7. It was before 8:00 because
yeah, you were wrapped up by 8. So
yeah, so I started late because goddamn,
you got there late.
yeah, I got there at like 6:30, and I'm just like, yeah, thanks for that, Greyhound. But no, everything that I've heard from people who I talked to said it was like, oh yeah, we enjoyed it. It was great. So I'm like, all right, I'm already hoping to be back next year.
Okay. I need to share this. I'm gonna download it. This is fucking ridiculous. I feel like this is ridiculous.
Oh no.
Oh no, what
He's
is
got
going
that
on?
panel, the information.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's about to go ham on all the panels.
Oh
No, I just need
Lord.
everyone to see this.
Oh, here we go.
Because we're talking about the con, we're talking about panels. I think panelists should be held accountable. For a fucking fellow panelist,
Y'all gotta
I'm not gonna
see
give you
this.
shit for
I
it.
guarantee.
You get pixelation shit all the fucking time.
Game show.
Well, no. It's just that panel. It's just that one fucking panel. It's that one fucking panel we were talking about earlier. I have beef with the description. I don't know why. I'm not gonna get too personal, but I'm telling you, just because you're a fucking panelist doesn't mean I'm not gonna fucking give you shit. I'm cool with James. James, me, I don't have beef with him. I just have a beef with, like, I go to his panels, like he talks about like top 10, top 20, and it's a bunch of fucking it's a bunch of fucking animated nobody's ever heard of. These are like his personal favorites. I'm like, dude, these suck.
Bruh.
No, they're good. No, I'm like, they suck, bro. And we don't have the same like, look, I think they're terrible, but you like them, good for you. No, man. Like, the issue I have is that if he likes it, then it's good, and everyone should like it because he said so. I'm like, no, it just I think
That's
it's
one of those ones where you have to take the bias out.
Mm-hmm.
You have to focus on the actual details.
All right. God damn, I didn't cover up his name. It's fine. It's whatever. It's on the schedule. Lately, so many large conventions have been popping up, all owned by major companies that have massive amounts of money to spend. Smaller cons feel like they're being phased out. But what if we showed them the same amount of love? This will present the case for small conventions. It cut off the last sentence. I have to disagree with you. I think it's a lot more the reason why there are a lot of big cons that and big cons aren't just popping out all of a sudden. These are companies that have owned conventions. They tested markets and they've tested other markets, and they're bringing it to the Texas market. And like the reason why, okay, you got to also take into consideration that the economy plays a major factor into conventions. And I'm sorry, in the portrait In the cell phone thing, it's not, you can't view it. It looks like shit, but on the regular landscape, it looks great. There's so much. There's so many factors that go into why conventions suffer losses.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just the big cons. Yes, the people that run TKO buying Collecticon. And for those of you that don't know what TKO is, it's pretty much, it's the company that owns the UFC and the WWE. They bought Collecticon. We're going to see a major shift in cons. Cons are going to either go lower price or they're going to go higher price. We're going to see a lot. We're going to have we're going to have, this has happened before. It's happened before where a lot of big cons are going to like either grow or die. Like, and then we're going to have a lot of new smaller, we're always going to have smaller conventions.
Yeah.
But conventions also have to be innovative.
Well, that's the one thing I think
change.
The problem I have with this panel description in particular is because I am totally content criticizing like the fan expos and the Galaxy Cons of the world, right? Because those are the ones that are probably most like guilty of what he's talking about in this panel description, and probably like the things he wants to complain about. The issue I have with it is it frames every single convention that hits over a certain threshold as you're just a corporate con out for money.
It's trying to compare apples to oranges.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you're talking about a massive market where you can bring a bigger con and have multiple different niches brought together. And then you have the smaller cons where they have to focus on something like a single niche, like a Pokemon convention can only focus on Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
You get to the bigger cons, they can open that up to everything. And they
but I mean, like if you haven't, like a lot of people haven't noticed, because I'm gonna add to that. The reason why the bigger cons can do multiple things. They can bring everything. Like the Nostalgia Con brought in the cast of Ned's Declassified Gold Survival Guide, and they had other people, right? They had like, it was all guests. But the thing is, these cons seem massive because they don't really shell out for panels, the extra space, anything extra. It's a market and a meet and greet. It's a trade show. It's a con, but it's a trade show. And it's more, if you want to talk about if you want to make money and be more efficient at it, then a trade show is where you will make more money with a trade show than you would, just doing an overall convention. Smaller conventions are not going to go away. Smaller conventions are going to thrive. You have UshiCon, you have Anime Tyler, you have Anime Dallas, you have Otaku Odyssey, you have AllCon, you have OniCon, you have Delta, you have Anime North Texas. You have so many conventions. You have TsumiCon, you have Ecchi Fiesta. You have all these cons. You have other cons. You have massive cons that have died that might come back one day. What were you going to say?
I won tickets to a lot of those cons because I was doing the raffles outside.
Same. I won my
There you
tickets
go.
to Anime North Texas.
Got Anime North Texas, IkiCon, and Colossal.
Nice.
I am a panelist, plus I do karaoke, so I usually
never enter those raffles because we always expect to do panels, right? So
yeah, we
Well,
rather
I
than
did
take
a
those
panel,
passes
but
away
like
from somebody.
it's just a fail safe for me.
Well, I won't if I don't go, then I'm not gonna. If I don't get the passes or I don't get my panels, I'm probably not gonna go. The only one I've been to that I didn't. No, even then I didn't fucking pay. Colossal Con. I didn't even pay for Colossal Con. I had panels. I guess that's a bad example. I will say this though, there are cons that are gone. There are massive cons that that are gone that are probably not coming back, or they might come back. A-Fest has downgraded. A-Con is gone. I don't care what anybody fucking says. Ecchi Expo is gone.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
I had a horrible experience. I'm not even gonna lie.
They can be in that fucking Discord and be in fucking denial and like, when are we gonna get updates? When are we gonna never? It's gone. Move on.
When you have to threaten, you're essentially threatening your people, saying, "Hey, if you guys don't buy tickets, then we're gonna have to shut it down 2 weeks prior."
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
fuck that. You have Otaku Odyssey. They're not a massive con. They're not a corporate con. They're not money hungry. We've talked to JF and K. We know some of the staff. We know they care. They're about the community. They care about the community. I feel like this con, he's like, well, They didn't approve any of my shit. They didn't bring me as a vendor, like not a vendor. Like I feel like it's more of a griping, like my personal. And that's how people have described it. Like this guy went on stage and sat on his fucking soapbox and then bitched. I'm sorry. There's a lot of conventions that will thrive. Yes, conventions will die. Unfortunately, that is the cycle of life with conventions. There are conventions from 10 years ago that people have never even heard of. There's Animix, Kamikaze Con, YuleCon. There was Apollo Con. These are just examples. Otaku Odyssey will thrive. Yes, we need to. But like big corporations aren't going to knock out the smaller cons because you feel like they're all being bought out and being owned by fucking AT&T. No. As a matter of fact, it's the bigger fucking conventions that are failing more than the smaller conventions. Because if they don't meet a profit margin, they are going to cease. Smaller cons can break even and still run for years.
It's not just that. When you get to bigger cons, you also have a lot more eyes on you. So all your issues start coming to light real fast.
Every buck you take and every shit you take, people will report on it.
I mean, like you said, every monster, a lot shit happened. I don't know what happened, but a lot of people don't fuck with that. The more issues that come to light, the more drama that comes to light, the more people are gonna stay away from there. The bigger conventions, I mean, they're gonna have more news coverage, more stuff like that.
People don't give a fuck though. I've been talking shit about Anime Matsuri since 2008.
People don't give a fuck, and they'll still support Anime Matsuri because it's a space that they're allowed to be the worst of the anime fandom. Like that is what it is.
But like no, okay, but like I'm just like saying, for example, like it's just people might not give a fuck, but there are certain people who give a fuck. If something happens or like a shareholder pulls out, then something can happen. But smaller cons, I mean, yeah, shit. Anime North Texas, Otaku Odyssey. I don't know. It's not really an anime convention, but like I went to Arlington Comic Book Festival. It's like a small little thing. It was like my first ever thing, and it was fun. It broke. If I remember correctly, it broke even. And
a lot of
still
cons
going.
do break even. A lot of cons do break even, and when a lot of people get into the con business for the wrong reasons and they don't turn a profit, especially businesses that ran like 10 conventions a year and didn't break even, and now they're $1 million in debt, which, by the way, we're going to talk about later in a later episode, a special dedicated to fandom events. We're going to talk about all that, but we're going to talk about Otaku Odyssey. Otaku Odyssey has every fucking thing it needs to be successful. They already have like the love and support of the people. People are already talking about it. The bad things they had to say about it had more to do with the hotel than the actual convention itself. And by the way, I want to address this. The cost of running conventions is also increasing in the last 15 cons, both big and small. The economy is shit right now. Gas is really fucking expensive. This is the highest I've seen gas prices since Hurricane, like I want to say Katrina or Ike, when we lost power for a few weeks and like gas was scarce and it was like almost $5 a gallon.
And that if was you're in California or New York for some reason, and you're tuning into this podcast, that seems low. For Texas, it's high. So
man, fuck California. I will say this: the economy is shit. Plus, we have a lot of things going on this year. The World Cup. You might not think that the World Cup is a big deal and should affect conventions. It does.
Tourism.
The World Cup does affect conventions. Why? Because you have to plan around it, because hotels will cater to the World Cup fans before they cater to any, like even WWE has to work around the World Cup.
I think I've heard that a lot of the tickets are sold out specifically for here. For the match here.
What the fuck?
Damn.
It's $7 out there in Cal is I think it was $7 before the price hike. I'm not really sure. I've never actually been to California. Okay. I've never really been to California, but I will say this. The economy, gas prices, right? People are losing their jobs. Jobs are being they outsourced all of our jobs to another country where they were paying them less than half of what we were making. And that's considered livable over there. Good for that country, bad for us because they literally kicked us to the curb. They does your partner need to get to the fridge like last time?
No, all good. She just came home, so.
Oh, okay. Like because I just saw you do the little thing
Is it
like
the
the
look?
fridge and the fridge is in the
look.
background. Look, you got the World Cup. You have DreamCon, Comic Palooza, Anime Matsuri, Delta H Con, Colossal. There
San
are
Japan.
well, I was gonna say within 90 days. Because I'm not counting San Japan because that's in September. But
Fair.
from June, July, not Comic Palooza either because that's May, but June, July, and August, there's an average, and this is an average of one convention every other day.
Damn.
There are at least 3 back to back.
Every
in the Houston
single
area.
convention has sort of made the decision if they have the opportunity to transition their dates. They're like, well, summer's peak season, so that's why we're having so many in summer now.
All about money.
As
And
long as the
when
AC works, we're good.
Here's the thing. When you put so many conventions close together, it hurts the wallet of the attendees, even the panelists. Just because we don't pay for our badges doesn't mean we don't pay for other shit.
Travel is still expensive. Lodging is still expensive.
Yeah.
And
Bro,
parking,
At the
especially
convention
if,
is still expensive because we
It's
pay
so
the same prices
expensive
for
to do
food.
shit. Like, this is a joke. It's so expensive to do shit. I asked my wallet, hey, I want to travel. And my wallet was like, where? To work?
Told.
And the fucked up, and what makes it more fucked up is I work from home.
Clock in, get on that laptop, buddy.
Bro, I can't even cross the street without going into debt. The economy's so fucked up. Well, I'm telling you, somebody stole my fucking identity and gave it back.
Bruh.
And like, this is why we need to support cons, but support cons that are like, don't just go to every con. So I will be biased and I will say support Otaku Odyssey.
Support the
I
cons
will
that do
be
the
at
right
San Japan.
things.
I will be at San Japan. Support San Japan. Support Delta. Support Ushi. Support all con. Anime Tyler. If you're going to Anime Dallas, support them.
Support Anime North Texas.
All right, dude.
Part of the
keep
reason
forgetting.
I decide to hop on this podcast and we like do this service essentially to fans of conventions in the first place is we want you all to be better informed on which conventions to support and which conventions aren't worth supporting, right?
Right.
And the bottom line is if you have to make a choice between all these conventions, you know, cross-pollinating against each other, then we would like you to make the decision where you are going to have the most fun. And that's part of our job is to keep you informed.
Right. But keep in mind that despite everything we were talking about, despite what we're saying, it's all opinionated, right? This is just what we think. I think Otaku Odyssey made less mistakes than a lot of, even though it's not the staff's first year, it is the first year for the convention.
Mm-hmm.
And even with experienced veterans, could make a lot of mistakes because there's just so many fires that happen. There's just so many variables that you can't account for.
Right.
And I feel like they did a really great job this year. I feel like the panels, yes, some people thought that the panels were kind of boring. That's not 100% the con's fault. It could have been a great panel, but a boring host. What happened?
No, he wants to say something.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. What's up?
So, just like you said, first year has been run as a con by itself. That was one of the main complaints I was hearing walking through is everyone thought this was the second year it had been running. I was like, no. This is a offshoot of, I believe, Oasis.
Yes.
And so that was a lot of the complaints were people thinking that this was the second year that they were running this con. I had to try and inform them that that was not the case.
Do you think people, even whether if they do or don't know, are still putting their opinion that this con didn't do as well or whatever?
I think so. From the people that I talked to, a lot of them thought it was a great con and that it can get better.
Mm-hmm.
They just thought that it was for being a second year that they thought it was not progressing like that it should. But once they found out it was run on its own for the first year, a lot were more accepting to some of the things that were happening.
And even if you're comparing Odyssey this year to Oasis last year, like the jump in overall attendance and the amount of programming that's being offered is still significant. Just because the vibes weren't that different to people means you probably just stayed in your own clique and you didn't actually talk to people all that much. Like, honestly, whenever I heard that criticism that this is really Oasis's second year, I was just like, you were just talking to your same people, right? Like, literally, you just felt the exact same vibes because, like, a similar staff is going to put on a similar energy, but there were so many more people here, so many more experiences you could have had that you chose not to, right? And that's probably why, like, when I heard that criticism, because I heard that same thing from people as well, DK, like, I was just, like, sitting here going, like, are you going even a little bit outside of your comfort zone to talk to people you won't normally talk to? Because that seems like what your real complaint is, that you're not willing to change your own behavior.
I think it's very important that we've talked about this before. I like smaller conventions because it's more social. People are more open to to introducing themselves, talking, vibing, connecting. But we are all, more people are. It's very normal for people to be antisocial, very closed off, very, what is the word?
Antisocial.
No. It's like they have an actual label for people that don't like leave.
Introverted.
More
Introverted.
reserved.
Thank you. No, introvert is the actual term. It's it's more common, or at least it's more out in the open now. I feel like I've been thinking about it. I've been wanting to do like a socializing at conventions 101 panel. I might steal this panel from this guy. Panelists steal panels from other people all the fucking time. Except Suffering. I don't steal shit from him. I can't do any of that crap.
all of mine are uniquely scripted in a way of being like, all right, unless you hyperfixate on this, you will not be able to do my panel.
Yeah, I could not even close.
I wanted to say something real quick because I know there's one guy who hosts a panel, and it's called Convention Icebreakers, and I go to each one, and it's like different people every single time. I don't remember anyone. I only remember the people hosting it, and it goes really well because then people actually get out of their shell. That people are actually talking, interacting, and it's like really welcoming.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like that one.
That's what icebreakers are for. Is to open up.
I think like it's better than speed dating. Speed dating fucking sucks. So glad nobody does that.
Is also not much
Thank
better.
God.
But like the case for small cons that was hosted at OTAKU Odyssey, I feel like that could be a great panel. I feel like we could steal it. Overall, though, and this is a comment we're reading. Oh, by the way, well, I'll ask DK when he comes back. Overall, it was a really good. I enjoyed it. Do you have I would like to hear from everyone that's watching. What are some of the things you feel like they can improve, and what are some of the things you think they absolutely did spectacular on? Also, like those are just, you don't have to give me like several things. Just give me like one or two of each, and I would like to get a score from everybody, like from 1 out of 10. You can give it a. Okay, let's put it like this: from Anime Matsuri to 10. Anime Matsuri being a 0.
Oh my goodness!
On that scale, let me know what you think of the, like. What did you rate the con overall? We're gonna talk about the pros and cons. Overall, though, like I said, some people felt like the programming was a bit dry, but then again, that could just be a bad host. A host has to bring the energy. Asian Alex runs a really well informative Resident Evil panel, but he treats it like a classroom. and it doesn't work in a convention setting.
Mhm.
So while we are compiling some ratings, because hopefully Mexico is getting some of those DMs, there are two things that I do want to talk about.
I already got a 7.
Beyond just what the scope of what we talked about the past 2.5 hours at this point.
Is it 2.5? Yes, it is.
Mhm.
Damn.
Holy shit!
Yep.
God
So I know like you like G5E as like an organization has an investment in karaoke. So I stopped by in cosplay karaoke. I was hoping actually Crybaby would chime in on this, but technical difficulties because she was in there longer. But they had like a 2-hour cosplay karaoke panel. It definitely ran like any other cosplay karaoke panel. Like everything was on paper. Like my main complaint about the karaoke panel is that the person inputting songs was up on stage, like right next to the performer, and it made it a little bit awkward and jarring. That was the only really complaint. There was a good energy in that room. Like the crowd was great. I really liked like how the crowd was feeling it, but I think the setup can be much improved for the karaoke room setup, just because like having the person inputting songs on stage with the performer is just kind of weird. And like unless like you're doing it super interactive where it's just like every 4 or 5 songs like a G5E karaoke panel is like, all right, it's a community song or a group song or something else like that. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to make the person running karaoke a feature of the actual karaoke performance. And that's what it felt like a lot of the time. So I did think that kind of dampened it a little bit, but like I think pretty much everyone attending kind of improved on that sort of energy. Everyone was super encouraging. There was like some points where I was like stopping by in the karaoke room. I was like, there's a lot of toxic positivity going on right now because this karaoke is not good, but everyone's still clapping and cheering. Like,
I wanted to add something because I went up there and I sang if you're wondering what song it was, Por Tu Maldito Amor by Vicente Fernandez, and everyone loved it. Everyone was going crazy. I felt like I was singing like crap, but everyone loved it. Everyone, and it was I had a great time at the karaoke. It did feel a little bit weird having the person running it next to me, but I still try to bring my energy.
Okay, I gotta ask though, Chad, were you able to do your saxophone performance during karaoke? Because we know
did not. I did. Like it wasn't. I don't think it was that I couldn't have done it. I just didn't go to karaoke
because it seemed like a very minor feature. Like it was in the panel room at the end of the hall. It was just kind of there as part of the 18 plus programming. Like it wasn't.
Was it
really
the lobby floor or was it the? I know which panel.
It was
the panel room
last
on the
panel
lobby.
room
But was it on the lobby floor or on the basement floor?
Lobby floor.
Okay, that room is bigger. So the one we had for Allcon, they put us in the first panel room. So it's smaller, but it worked because Allcon was smaller. So that one is much bigger, but it has like a stair.
Yeah. So there's the staircase right next to it, the elevator.
Whenever we do carry, always. Right. So in that panel room, though, it has like it has like those 2 or 3 steps inside the panel room. That actually I see as an issue because when I do the logistics for karaoke, when I talk about space, we talk about the setup, I have to keep drunk people in mind. And anytime stages or stairs are introduced, it introduces a hazard.
Right.
But like the karaoke runner had the entire table, entire setup, chair pulled up right next to the performance and the monitor, like on that stage above the steps. So
we do have another comment. Star Shines Black says, yeah, 8 out of 10. If they want to be more family friendly, they need to police the cosplayers better. I feel like they were counting on it being like there were going to be no kids at any part of the convention, not even the lobby, not on the street. It's going to be like Grand Theft Auto. No kids, none. They don't exist. Everybody was born an adult.
All right. Let's talk about the rave, if we want to chime that in, because I think the rave was probably one of the highlights of the con for me, especially Saturday night.
Wait, before we go into that, DK, did you attend the karaoke? We were talking about karaoke. Okay.
I did not.
Okay, let's move on.
I was going to, but
Only
Parties.
reason I already moved on is because I know he attended the rave, and we've been waiting to talk about that one because the rave is actually like a highlight for sure.
Oh God! Oh my God! No! Oh no! No, because here's the thing. I was at the rave. I mean, I guess I'll get this kicked it off. I was kind of breakdancing a little too much. If you saw a Rupee cosplayer,
Oh
breaking
no,
it down.
I figured who you are as soon as you said that.
Oh my God! I mean, yeah, I was having fun. I was trying to get the crowd going. That's kind of what I do. But I'm a little embarrassed because I wasn't like all there, to be honest.
Question: was it called a rave or was it called a dance?
It was called
Rave.
Dionysus. That was
Oh,
the
I-
name for the rave. It's called Dionysus,
I
which
don't know what that means.
That's
it is
the name
a
of a.
Greek word for debauchery and hedonism. So,
Yep.
Huh?
Big words. You're using big words for this man.
It
so
was
No,
very
no, I
focused
get that.
around.
It's just that I didn't understand. No, I'm just trying to correct Diamond because like you're using all of it. No, it's the dying. What the fuck they just said? I'm like, okay, because they usually use stuff like that, like to avoid the word rave. I'm like, this
Mhm.
is that like another way of saying rave? Because they avoid a lot of. Well, it's less and less now, but cons would avoid saying rave. Every time you said rave, they would correct people and say, no, it's a dance.
To dance.
Because
No, they were.
insurance.
There was a lot of
insurance-
advertisement about it being a rave.
Oh wow! I said lately, like I think within the last few years, that's changed. But like you go like 2010s to 2020, like it was a taboo word because it was associated with drugs and alcohol, and like there were a lot of companies that wouldn't insure the dances, so they
Mhm.
had to avoid the word rave.
yeah, but you can tell that the convention wanted it to happen as a rave and to be a traditional rave because it's harkening back to like the kind of the old school stuff, right? And like the rave itself was so well run. Like I was actually at anime conventions, I'm usually very rarely impressed with DJ sets. The first hour to open, that DJ was freaking phenomenal. Like DK and I were talking about it during the rave. Like he
I
was
like.
running such a good set.
I like the fact that it wasn't both nights. It was focused on one night and one night only, so they could actually focus on it.
It was listed as an after party, not a
Yeah.
rave.
And it's to avoid that liability that Goku was talking about, right? So, but that's the energy that
Right.
we're going.
It is considered a liability. Yeah. I know it's stupid. It's a stupid liability. But you got to think like they're thinking of like old school raves, like when they like in concert
Doing-
halls and shit like that,
Yep.
where you had mosh
Going
pits and
nuts.
shit, and
Yep.
people are doing extracurricular activities in the bathroom.
Everything and anything.
She.
So hour one, you had an amazing DJ. Everyone was feeling the energy and everything else like that. Hour two, they transitioned DJs pretty well, and then it kind of became like a show, sort of, where like three girls got up on stage and started doing like strip shows, sort of, right? Like kind of,
Stripteases, almost.
yeah, like almost like they were more like just like dancing, kind of like go-go girls or showgirls, right? And then towards the end of hour two, they started bringing up audience members. I know DK's wife got in on that. Like, so
On the I think he's talking about the
Was
lap
like,
dance
no.
or
no. So the three girls that were up there kind of performing during hour two. Towards the end of hour two, they started calling up people to the stage at the actual after party. So they were being pretty inclusive when it came down to it. And then DK and I were like talking about like when we started seeing like community members come up, we were just like, okay, so how many of these people are actually from the con or were asked to be there, right? Because we were seeing a lot of like staff and volunteers up there, but like everyone was having fun, right? That was the whole point, and it was like great energy. And honestly, like especially like in a post-COVID world, I don't think I've seen an anime after party done quite as well as this one, and like. I think that a lot of conventions should be talking to JF and K about how to pull this off. Because of the fact that I've seen conventions 10 times the size, not being able to have a rave with as good energy as the one that was had at this particular one.
You think it's because JF and K was willing to take more? We talked to JF and K. They were on the podcast. We talked about innovation changes. We talked about like you need to grow. You need to be willing to change, to adapt. That old mindset from like 2010 doesn't fucking work anymore. You think because JF and K is willing to like innovate, that's why it works? Because a lot
Yes.
of cons do play it, they just play it safe. And
Anime
they
Dallas.
don't, they just feel stale. Anime Dallas.
Jesus. Did you think that I know you talked about it, but did you think that the person that they selected for after party did DJ over that they picked the right person? And then
Hour one, I mean, that guy was amazing.
He was, and I y'all
They
saw
had a good selection. Did they pick the best? No, but they had a good selection. And as I said, hour one, beginning of hour two, great. I think it was end of hour two that the music was kind of
you were just like,
Eh.
nah, yeah.
Yeah, but at that
Um,
point, the feature of the after party was more of like who was on stage, what were they doing, the
Mhm.
ratchet stuff that was going on. I feel like that was more of
Yeah.
the feature. So
That's when I went to the after parties.
I do have a complaint. I wish that they would have opened. I'm kind of glad they didn't because I found out at the last minute I couldn't go anyway. But I feel like press should be opened a lot sooner.
yeah,
You know, I don't know how their system works for like approving or not approving certain groups from doing press at the convention or not, because we need like it takes a couple months for us to get ready. We're already planning our party at Delta HCon. By the way, if anybody goes to Delta, we are throwing a party and we are carding people.
Let's go.
Just so everybody knows.
Let's go.
And we're talking about getting a daiquiri machine so we don't have to use the fucking blender
Let's
anymore.
go.
Yes. Hey, no, you stay away from it. You stay away from it.
No. No.
Why?
No. Nah,
You didn't
Oh,
see
okay,
him.
okay. I know
Bro.
why. I know why.
Gallon.
we all know why.
bro. That daiquiri.
Yeah,
No,
if
you
you are
should
in the
have.
Discord,
We've
you would
seen
be
him
in the
at
know.
other cons.
Oh my
If-
goodness.
If you were in the
You'll be in
Discord,
the
you'd
know.
get to
Join the
see
Discord.
about what exactly happened with this daiquiri. All right, like,
I need to go see
We have
this now.
another.
Damn.
We have another. They are focused on programming, which is a huge difference from trade cons. That is the difference, and make more interactive events. I feel like a lot of cons try to focus on. They like to say that they're focused on programming, and they play it safe, and you do the same panels.
Mhm.
I know that makes me sound like an asshole, but like you have to have a variety of panel. You know, it's like you have to like. I understand game shows is what a lot of people like to do nowadays. It's safe, it's easy, it's rinse and repeat, it's prizes. Free shit will attract anyone.
Yep.
If you write free ass whoopings on a panel description, I'm pretty sure somebody will show up.
yeah, because like,
Wait. Hey,
you
I
have
just want to point
OnlyFans
out something.
creators going up in the hallways, advertising that shit, having the yaoi paddle. Like,
Yeah.
I want
Or
to point
you
out you said you're uppies, Mr. Uppies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found Mrs. Uppies and she terrified me.
Oh, Mac.
I don't know what her name is.
Oh,
might be, I don't know. I didn't see her. So.
Red hair,
Is it
muscle mommy.
is it short? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Mac.
Yeah, no. She lifted me.
You were terrified.
You're not that heavy.
She held me like a newborn child.
Nice.
So that okay. So that uppie is actually really easy to do.
Yeah.
So the issue with that one is that you know why we lift you from your leg, and then it's kind of like we kind of lift you with our like that.
Almost
we go
like the
up,
Princess
but we
Carrie.
also bend back, and we're holding you with our legs.
Yeah. No, I understand it.
I'll give you that uppie the next time I see you.
I don't like it.
I'll
felt,
give you the John
I
Cena.
felt so vulnerable.
He's gonna give you the John Cena.
Dude, so like because in the Texas Renaissance community, I'm Mr. Uppies. So Mac is the Uppies individual for like anime con Renaissance. I'm like the Mr. Uppies comes from the Renaissance community. And like I have a whole menu too. Like we don't just do Uppies. I do the John Cena, do the Brat, the Princess Carrie, the Double, the Baby.
I do what's called the I lift you and I break my back.
Funny
Bear hug.
enough,
Got it.
Bear hug.
I do Princess Carrie when I can, and like a lot of
Nice.
fucking dead.
Yeah.
The menu.
I told you we have a whole fucking menu. It's like a legitimate thing at the Texas Renaissance Festival.
I knew it was like kind of a legitimate thing. I didn't know you actually had a menu.
You did.
Also, I signed up for Give Fatherly Advice from Goku at one point, and this motherfucker, drunk off his ass, said, "You need to drink more suffering."
You didn't ask
You
for
want some
fatherly
fatherly
advice. You asked for advice.
Back to what I was saying real quick. I have so many women say like, "Are you sure you can pick me up?" Because my G, I look scrawny and shit, but like, no, I can lift up pretty easily. A lot of people are surprised, and I never had anyone pick me up, so I mean, I can't relate to that experience, man. But I pick up too many people. It's funny.
You just
I
gotta
can
lift
lift
with your
a
legs,
lot
not
of
with your
weight
back.
as long as you don't tell me
I
what the weight
legitimate-
is.
Yeah,
No, I can
it's,
lift
it's
you,
all
like-
it's all in the
like-
mind.
As long as I can wrap, the only issue I have is I can lift you as long as I can wrap my arms and lock them. If I can't lock my arms, it'll be a little bit more difficult because it's about body mass. It's not about weight. And I actually have a video of me leg pressing 1,000 pounds, and that's not even my max.
He wants a leg press a card.
Yes, I do. And so, let's go ahead and overall, let's get our rankings in. Suffering, you will be first on a scale of 1 anime Matsuri to 10. What would you rate this year's? I have an 8 and a 7 so far.
Yeah, I think this con represents the best and the worst that DFW has to offer, and like probably the best way possible. Because as far as the DFW community, because it felt like a con that was very much geared towards the kind of cosplayer perspective. I think we got a comment in YouTube that said like the photo areas were great and everything else. Like a lot of the convention was geared around the cosplay community, but everyone kind of had their place within where the actual convention went. But as far as like all of the shortcomings that come with being a DFW con, how cliquey the community in DFW tends to be, how things tend to be very like isolated and there's very predictable outcomes, and the fact that like pretty much every DFW con, like Sunday is just completely dead and it feels like no one wants to interact with anyone because everyone was too focused on drinking and not enough on the con. All of that stuff kind of goes into it. And so like my overall rating, probably a solid 8 out of 10. I think they can do a lot better. But I also think that it's onwards and upwards here, and this is a con I am proud to support.
Okay. All right. DK.
So me and Suffering had this conversation during the rave, actually, and at the 18 plus Thunder Hole. Originally, while still being there, I had given it, I think, a 6.5, 7, and after finishing out Sunday, I would probably have to move that up to about a 7.5, 8, just like Suffering. They have a lot of potential.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they listen to the community. Again, not the hotel room crap, but just in general on how to make it better for everyone, as well as keep the things that people like. I think they have a lot of potential, especially when they expand and go to another location. I hope the best for them, and I will support them 100% of the way. They do need to expand their 18 plus section though, because that was getting a tattoo back there was kind of pain.
I think the rumor is, and I'm saying rumor because I can neither confirm nor deny, that there is going to probably be a relocation for next year. Like I said, it's neither confirmed nor confirmed nor denied, but there is rumor, innuendo that there will be a different location.
We'll just have to see.
Oh.
All right, Jazz at the con. What you got, man?
I'd have to say I give it about like everybody else here, an 8. Man, I'm really excited to support them where I can and see where they go from here. I think they had a really solid first year.
All right. And Karma, I almost called you Karen. Jesus.
I would have to give it a 7. The vendors were all friendly. They're all great. The vendors hall was pretty spacey. Doesn't feel like I was rubbing against everyone. I did have kind of a hostile encounter with some, not like the one of the staff. I'm not gonna name, not gonna say who or what position, but I had a kind of a hostile situation, but not like they were confronting me. It more like gave me stares and gave me the wrong way. The 18 plus hall, I had an amazing time interacting with people I knew, people I didn't knew. Panels, I mean, obviously could do a lot better. Meetups, obviously, well, both parties can do better, like promoting wise, but also having information for where everyone will be, where everyone will be at, and yeah, I mean, honestly, I had a great time. Just a few personal gripes, but also because also it kind of affects us a few personal things. But yeah, that's about it.
And honestly, they would have gotten a higher score from me had they not used my government name on my panels. Like honestly, they would have gotten a higher score from me. Like because I could have advertised on Instagram, I could have said like, "Hey, I'm really like pulling for Otaku Odyssey and everything else." It's just a matter of like that mistake legitimately affects your like whoever's in handling your programming.
Mhm.
And it's important to take care of the people that are actually putting together your entertainment, because when you don't put that level of care into it, then the panel quality can suffer, right? Maybe people
Yeah.
didn't feel like putting their full effort into it because their government name was out there.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Okay. I gotta take in the submitted scores that I got right here. I got an 8.5. Another 8, 8.5.
I do have two
An
more things to say.
8.7,
One,
an 8.6. Huh?
I got two more things to say. One, when you were leaving, it wasn't super crowded getting out. It wasn't a pain getting out of there. I mean, I did leave a little
You did
early,
not have
but
to play elevator Hunger Games at this con. I was like, oh my god, thank you.
yeah. So that was good. And then the second one was I did the cosplay contest, and it was well run. It does need some improvements on it, but they called me fat.
oh,
I went as Fat Luffy.
Oh no.
oh no,
That's fucked up.
that's pretty fucked up, man.
No, I put it on my posting that I was Fat Luffy, and she's like, I've never had to say this before, but here comes Fat Luffy.
Oh, okay,
Bro.
okay.
I've never had to say it.
I was
Well, I
about
don't
to
want to say this one.
That's low-key rude.
He has the properties of both rubber and gum.
That was when Luffy was eating too much.
Okay, I gotta change this now. I gotta change this. Okay.
Also, someone was asking DK if you were dressed up as Patrick.
No,
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
never dressed up as Patrick. I know who you're talking about. I saw him. I did
Oh,
not
that
dress
was my
up as Patrick.
friend,
Yeah,
another friend of mine.
yeah. I was gonna say I never dressed up
I
as
was like,
Patrick.
I was like, it's not the friend that got kicked out, is it?
No, that was another friend.
Okay.
Karma's allowed to have more than one
Okay.
friend.
So we.
I
So
know
the
a lot of
average
people.
now. So we did get a couple high scores, but the average, a couple of the scores did bring down the average. This one was kind of ridiculous. I didn't know whether I wanted to include it or not, but I did.
It was all over the place.
A couple of them were. I think one of them was a joke. Otaku Odyssey gets an 8 out of 10 room
solid
parties.
8 out of
Solid.
8 out of 10 room
solid.
parties get shut down at Hilton.
10.
Yeah, I was gonna put shut down. I was gonna put shut down room parties, but it was it would have came. You know what? I'll fix it. Fuck it.
Bad
Do
boys,
it.
bad
Fix
boys.
it. Fix
What you
it.
gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
At least nobody got swatted. Thank God.
Bro.
What do you mean
They
swatted?
got someone got arrested. That's the closest thing to getting swatted at this point.
That they got. You mean they didn't get? Nobody got got,
Yeah.
sir. Don't.
No one got nerfed or nothing.
So I am gonna do a shameless call out for the guy who did my tattoo, and I'll show it off. But
Very nice, very nice.
the guy who did that is the boy who cried fox.
How long did
We're
that
gonna see
take?
DK go Gear 5 at the next convention, right?
I was gonna go. I was gonna go bouncing man. That took
We
2 hours.
will
Jesus.
just to let Toa know, we will drag Chad next year to Anime Tyler so we can do the
Yes.
Oh,
Hmm.
let's go.
Hopefully with no hail that year.
Well, all right, let's go ahead and plug in everybody's social media and call it a show. All right, Suffering, you are first. Go ahead and where can they follow you?
All right. My name is Hideyashi Suffering. I do panels almost as much as Goku, but I'm definitely a lot less chaotic than he is. You can follow me on Instagram at Hideyashi_suffering. You can also add me on Discord, but don't make me block you because that would be embarrassing.
Damn.
As far as next conventions I'm going to, this week I will be at Magical Girls Minicon helping out. So if you want to go to that in Houston, you can meet me up there and we can have a conversation there. Otherwise, my next conventions are Tokyo OK in Tulsa, Oklahoma, GallCon in San Antonio, Texas, and DreamCon and Delta HCon in Houston, Texas.
You forgot to add that mini princess magical
Girls
Girl
Minicon.
Con. It's free.
That was
free.
Free.
It's free.
It is a free convention.
It's a free con hosted by Charlie's Collectible Shows. We do their Otaku Garage. So I'm becoming a vendor. I'm selling shit. Buy my shit.
Buy my shit.
Buy my shit.
All right, DK.
Donkey Kong.
All right.
So I don't really use socials that much, but you can definitely support my lovely wife, who's annoyed with me on
She's like, she looks annoyed. She looks
gave
mad.
you that
which
eye.
which social of yours am I giving? The Dark X Witch X, right? Yeah, that one.
Dark X Witch X
you're
on
supposed
Instagram.
to-
She is one of my
Yeah.
favorite cosplayers in the Southeast Texas community. Give her a shout. She deserves a lot more love.
Y'all need to hire Suffering as a spokesman.
Yeah.
I just invite him everywhere.
When was the last time? When was the last time you fed her? Maybe she's hungry. Maybe she needs food.
She was cooking.
Okay.
She was cooking while I was talking to you guys.
All right. Okay, Chad. All right, Chad's at the con. Where can they follow you?
So you can follow me on Instagram at Chad Lewis Sax. That's ChadLewisSax.
This man's ready for bed.
No, it's just my eyes are irritated because I'm like using my phone flashlight and it's been burning me for like the last 30 minutes. I'm like, all right. But anyway.
Hey, the electric bill.
No, the electric bill's good. I'm just like, I don't want to just like have my
Turn
room
on.
light overhead and just like blinding anybody on camera. But my next cons I'm looking forward to are Delta H in Houston and Colossal Con, Texas, and Round Rock. It's like 20 minutes up the road from me now. I'm really excited about that. And then
And he's still gonna stay at the hotel though.
of course, that's part of the experience.
Because you don't drink and drive, ladies and gentlemen. Please do not.
Please
drink
do
and
not.
drive.
That's why I stayed at OTAKU Odyssey.
And then
800.
the next con on my immediate radar is after Colossal Con Texas is San Japan. So yeah, you'll probably see me there at any of those three cons. I know I'm waiting on panel emails from 2 of them, and then we'll see what else we have after that.
Cool. All right. I almost called you Klarna. That.
First Karen and now Florida.
Klarna is crazy.
I almost fucking called him Klarna. I'm not even joking. Karma, you're next.
Y'all can follow me on. I'm not calling it X. I'm calling it Twitter. Twitter or Instagram. That's under Karma the Fox Boy. The boy is at the end is a I, not a Y. That's also my. There also has my Twitch, but if I can't remember for the life of me, it's Karma _ the Trickster Fox. And yeah, that my next cons. I'm taking a hiatus right now, but like my next con will be in I can't remember September for Anime North Texas. Then after that, Dallas Fan Expo, and as well Anime Frontier. Hopefully, get my panels accepted and my meetups accepted as well.
Let's go.
Anime North Texas is the first week of August, by the way. I will also be there. So
All right, I guess I'll see you there.
I'm gonna submit panels and hide in Suffering's trunk.
Yeah.
Okay,
No
yeah.
way.
But hopefully my panels get accepted for Tekken and Waifu versus Meta.
Let's go. All right, Diamond that does the assening. Go ahead and plug in your shit so I can get out of here.
You can follow me on YouTube at Diamond Assassin. You can also follow me on TikTok at voltage_echo.
Don't forget that you have the link tree.
And the description down below with all the link trees with mine and Sonic's.
That's right. You can follow Super Saiyan Sonic at Super Saiyan Sonic on YouTube. You can follow him on TikTok. You can follow him on Instagram. You can follow the Geeks5EPodcast. Remember, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscription button and ringling the dingling button so you can be notified every time we go live. Also hit the thumbs up button because it helps with the YouTube algorithm. We review conventions. We talk about con drama. We talk about all the bullshit in between. We are doing another special on fandom events. The owners of Ecchi Expo, Windbloom, whatever the fuck it was called, and Anime Texas. We're going to talk about all the good, the bad, the ugly, and the meltdowns when it comes to that event. The next convention we will be at is Comic Palooza in Houston, Texas at the George R. Brown Convention Center. After that, 3 weeks later, we will be at SpaceCon in San Antonio, Texas.
SpaceCon!
It will be Delta H-Con. After that, it will be Colossal. After that, it will be San Japan. I will be hosting karaoke once again this year.
Let's go!
ONICon, Anime North, Colossal, and we will be at the Texas Renaissance Festival this year. Hopefully, all 8 weekends. Come say hi to Mr. Uppies and come get something off the Uppies menu. We give fatherly advice. We give Uppies. I'll even let you beat me up in front of your girl. And for $20, I'll beat myself up and make it look like you have psychic powers. Remember, we will see everybody at Comic Palooza. Hit us up. Make sure and join the Discord tomorrow. We have tea time. Also, we are planning something special for the boys. I don't know if you guys are aware, but they're doing movie theater showings for the boys. If we are not able to go and see it at the theater and get tickets, we will live stream it in Discord. Throughout, we will live stream it at 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning when it goes live on Amazon, and we will live stream it later that night once again to watch it as a group. And also, we're going to do WWE Premium Live Event live streamings, except for the big ones like SummerSlam, the Rumble, and WrestleMania. We're going to do all of them on our Discord so we can watch them because you don't want to pay $30 a month for a shitty ESPN app. I'm Mr. Uppies. This is Diamond that does the Assanin. This is our crew. Thank you for watching. We appreciate everyone. Have a good night.
See you later.
Drunken Uno.
Bye.
Oh my God.
Oh God, no! Not
Drunken
again.
Uno.